Unity Radio ya jibe bia boso.
Look here, my friend. Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great-great-grandmother? Yeah, Santua. Did she depend on World Bank? Did she depend on Abrofo? She didn't. Right? And you change. Oduman Kuma Tradion Pong, Woso, Otutu Tata, you know, Baba Bibi Baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand, you're a traitor to the nation. Go see the council. Go and see the people they got there. Dr. Kwamina Minimshi, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. You know, Evangelist, Bishop, Asorisika Kwana Miria, they are there. You know, they don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building. They can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it. Because I know how to build it.
Ebehuru bebre, ebehim bebre, amanfo be tonton sansan. Nanso men kan na da. Upe asenim kire mu dia. Eno ani Unity Radio.
Asampa etia. Obanyansa foso wo munubia wanka na asam. Tema futu sam kakre wa supeme. Oh my ya woman, oh mani ya mama na, geni baby ako, ta ya wareni, onsom, wanini pa, nasa dipa wofe oye, ya mo yembera ye, ebe ya ifuyana, oh my ya woman.
Unity Radio, you know, we know radio.
Adiwaya no ra. Tata, Yamana Renya, Wozo, Wanini Pa, Sawaya, Wanabe, Yamo Yamberaye.
Unity Radio, you know, we know radio.
Wanini Pa, Asadipa, Ofio, Yamo Yamberaye, Abeya, Efiana, Amabeya, Efiana. Shira, many payas for Enyanum. Afanya Mistroya, Jumana, Yami Besrayan, Abraham, Amoya Murae, Abeya, Frianara, Amabeya, Frianara, Asitrebeya, Frianara, Amabeya, Frianara.
Okay, Abrabe, yeah, Brabone, yeah, if you're not a bush of fame, Chema, Mahaya, in your respective time zone and show and the bro. Mahaya, United States of America, Croatia, a friend say Worcester, in the state of Massachusetts.
yɛtena se na no pa ɛwɔ Worcester Crodium ha wiei wɔ Ghana wiei wɔ Germany wiei wɔ UK UAE krabeden anopa anasa anadwo anasa nwumre ɛwɔ United Arab Emirates and Qatar and the Asia, and of course uko Canada omni at the same time te anopa New York anopa Virginia anopa more Eastern Standard Time ni nyina ye chiamo ya mamu nyina nso achi said the other be a year on and so sa pepe ne be ye no yetena sese ya dwendwene Ghana ho nsem a ekoba na me no ya fabi na ya bobo ho na ya dwendwene ho na de wo se ye ka bi kire ye mampanifo any people of authority no na ya ka kire omo ne wo se ye bo omo abaso na ya bo omo abaso de wo se ye kire adwene na ye propel solutions to the problems of our country. We do justice to that as well. And then anopai ya mamunyina achi, and we are humbled and honored. Say Mwaje pene se ene mobile man nyina ya kan bom na yatumi adwendwene Ghana ho yemfa nchia sonko de mo de panko all the way to our motherland, country of our birth, to our sweetheart Mami Aba Nkuma. Thanks for joining us. We got your message when the program had not even started. That goes a long way to tell how much important this show is to not only us, but of course our viewers and listeners. You are very special, Mami Aba Nkuma. She says, good afternoon from Pantai City to you guys in Worcester. Today is GGMU Day. What is GGMU Day?
Go Manchester United.
Go. Oh, okay. I like that. That's very smart. Go Manchester United. We promised our viewers and our listeners yesterday that we're going to do a thorough analysis. My friend is a lexical structure analysis of Manchester United versus Villarreal, and we'll be doing that on the sporting segment of the show today. Yemfa seda kese ma nyuma ko bi o madaruma o mutayechi ema yedi dwumadi de bro. Yeda seda PSA de mo den pa ade ma adwumako e friend say e Rich Way Auto School say open driver's license okrum ha na daruma obeboa obeso asene na odibi ama Rich Way ebo adwuma yi pa otayechi den ena yede ebra wo sanso ena yede aseda PSA ema Dan Auto Repairs owura danso ebo adwuma ono so etayechi ena yede dwumadie so etumi ede ebrewo na ono no ema yede weather report bro na se wo Worcester Potem ha manu chosi emfantum anim se ene one of the days na ni abre pass obetie si form because ene beautiful weather sa no pewe si form on se wie mu ehye na ewiem be ehye more. In fact, temperature near 74 right now. Now according to the forecast for the day, you be call up to 80s. Now 80 you be upper 80s manucho, and you be kwa could do 89. Your mic na kan wow man for ate. Wow.
My say ambulance no. My swai she rough.
Spring no.
My swai she rough. My say ambulance.
Spring no say it me
yeah, it me train. I mean, I say we no.
I say
but moton boko better.
Spring no microphone is spring in the
I spongy. I very spongy. I say when a fluid rush into it now FM to say excavator.
Ede na okan
excavator make excavator sem
manucho
yeah the mami show
Mayencha Ibrahim Rahim na yencha our big brother Eric Kwacho hene yada say munyina mwajemre. But just like I was saying before we go on with the rest of today's program, my info weather report no mamo na ene we Worcester ha upia na we say you you don't overly dress, especially Koshenta dia should be no one konya heat rush near the day, and then we have a ball. It's sunny right now, and it's going to be sunny till 1 p.m. If it 2 kono and clouds no be kata we anu suka be partly cloudy, but temperature no be very high there, and the wind be she be as high as almost 90 degrees, almost 90, 89 being the maximum. Inti ya no asha so lowest temperature ibenya ebeye 71 ebeye anajo 11 p.m. but shano so na kai ma me say fia nwumre 8 ekono yebenya scattered thunderstorms with some light shower rains. Eti eno no ye from 8 9 10 11 akura ochenam esese nsuo to na police no started to go na ye hoto ye kakra nti ene temperature no fantastic, but ene manucho ewia no emmo bebretis emmo nche. That is how I should put it. Emmo nche te se ochina de ebeye sunny papa ochina a Thursday, right?
Yes
into ochina onza ahmachin mu na from 12 a.m. 1 a.m. babepem bear 4 no nsuo be ebenya few showers na ebo anopa 7 na ewia no eyiniti from 10 na ewia be bo ochina saa kopema nwumre 8 nti ochina be very sunny day and then the good ni say temperature no wo high but I say the rest of the day never partly cloudy from 1 p.m. down what I say nti that will help a little bit but and then we mobile so that is how the weather looks like ebeko as high as 90 degrees Fahrenheit nti Shannon Sumame right now it's sunny never sunny until 1 p.m. And our lowest temperature said the medical canon about 71 degrees Fahrenheit and that will be around 1 p.m. from 1 p.m. ukono na yenya partly cloudy very partly cloudy from 8 9 10 11 and amakasi benya scattered thunderstorms with some light or few shower rains inti side it's here for the rest of the day dan auto repairs ura down so adaruma and also yasne ema itumidi weather report and I say ewiemu nsem nyina edibro na uhu said enema so siko Eric Kwachi Ohini says Manucho support us today. Why? Hey, they say they all soliciting for support. Eric Manucho was he
no, but I mean it's if United wins it's normal. If Villarreal wins then it's an upset. I mean that's the message I
okay. What's the supporting in there?
Tell me chum say it's easy peasy.
Okay.
It's easy
so
peasy
it means
for them.
Your overwhelming favorites.
Overwhelming favorites in this one. Just that they are meeting Mr. Europa League. I mean, in the person of
United and you Mr. Europa League.
No, they are meeting. They are meeting with Mr. Europa League, which is in Unai Emery. He did a 3-peat, 14, 15, 16. He did another one. He nearly did it in 2019 with Arsenal. But I mean, regular customers. So I'm expecting United to win, but anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Okay. And not their own country because everybody knows in this world anything can happen.
No, but your expectations are high. If I'm expecting this to win, this football doesn't follow logic.
Just like City fans, yeah, expectant because they know their overwhelming favorite against Chelsea.
But football don't to me cash that because it's not logic. I mean, as
it follow logic. Yeah.
It doesn't follow logic.
Okay, follow logic and Arsenal ball final.
Oh yes, I mean in that regard. I mean unless we follow Bia, we say we say not. But when it comes to football, but I'm expecting United to win. But Pau Torres. He has he's been linked with United. It makes it beautiful for them. Yeah. Whichever way,
that fine difference.
Interesting Villarreal Molusi game this season in the Champions League, in the Europa League.
Yeah,
they've had a very good one. 12 games, 12 wins, 2 draws in there. So it tells you that the Omunimbo but United. Yes, they took us out. I mean, 1 draw, 1 win. They did a job. They did a job back at home. It makes it an interesting one. Maguire
you look at the last 5 games head to head, when there were chances, player by player. Pretty much Kakranso coaches no Eddie Etugwa. But before that, Enra no be catch him saying Manucho Adibia Oya Nenye.
Yes.
And obedi to many. Or see Adia Oya and Nenye on Timmy Sancho showing so. And I'm bizan Saturday. Or sin and say Ubaya na what they giddy na yam farm motivational message.
Oh, sorry. So American I say we know. I said for what if I could not what there so an America quiet okay, but I believe the motivation message is very important.
By the kindness courtesy of Rich Way Auto School Adaruma yeah the motivational message in Abraham and then they on see any munche tiawa or see in nipa wuti we
yes
or strongest muscle any worst enemy wadjene
yeah
but what
yes. Your strongest muscle is your worst enemy and it's your brain.
Oh no, your strongest muscle and your worst enemy is your brain. Okay. And to say train it well.
Well, I get it. I've always lived with it. I've always lived with this. I have a story to back.
Yeah. We are say yeah, no, if you say we there be
muscles, biceps.
Biceps.
Yeah.
Not just an exercise on what day.
Ebi do imagine question biceps mum there.
Until I say we are say nipa bi a o strongest muscle. I say your worst enemy. Any wadwene into training wadwene ye. Why is your brain your worst enemy? Because the one training wadwene ye bibiki to be ebe hu ebe downplay your entire body. Ebe ma who say untimi get it to dreams. Obi can some just like our motivational message 2 days ago. I say the perception people have about you.
Yes.
How people want you to live your life. You are living for them because you want to satisfy sections of people. Any sector be any into who live with some way to please some people. And then I know what you say. Your worst enemy, it's yourself and it's your brain. And to train your brain well, because you train your brain to be stronger, to overcome things, to be stronger, to conquer things, to be stronger, to live for yourself and be happy. You would. But what training why you say, hey, some more national energy, some mama nuch energy, hey, some more national who say me papa, Debbie. Be who you are, live your life,
And I believe that's what has brought us far.
And put your mind to the things that you feel you can achieve. Don't let your dreams scare you. Once again, it goes back to the last time message Aneka said, your dreams should scare you. And scare what? That means they are big.
Exactly.
But if you train the brain, the scary dreams in the crown, the brain will be engulfed.
Yes.
So when train your brain here, hey, na me met my BSNE, okoye class back you no bo hupe, no atiasa na usuru. You become weak in the mind.
Yes.
Say your strongest muscle.
It's your brain.
That also becomes your worst enemy. It's your brain. So train your brain well, and you can conquer, and you will overcome.
Yeah, you see, it has an emotional, physical, and spiritual point of view. Personally, when I started university, I finished university in 2004, back in Mesevo. And I started this sports journalism thing around 2008, 2009. Then when I started, I said, no, I want to do my master's or PhD. Now, brain is when training, it gets weak and it might not be able to do what you want to do. Then I took up that made this business. Into how much I told my story, me read and my quarter radio, so no my share. And believe you me, the time 2015, it says me masters in me call for scholarship. It felt like I was so fresh in class. And then what me I been to the me call you can me call a master's level. They were young, 21, 22-year-old kids, so the ones doing it. Now penny moon, 36-year-old man, yet but nearly much shame. Then I believe that the brain can be trained to do unimaginary things. When you stop using your brain very well, it will lose its potency. Bema cry what you know say I should not say them, but
Bema says can you do a motivational message?
Yes. And Bema, if you don't use it very well, you become rusty. People will even say that one yard. You say Makenwe, 1 yard. So you need to be every part of your body, you have to train it very, very well. You see, the other aspect in say that you spoke about, your dream should scare you. And your brain can be your friend and your enemy at the same time, because you don't know sometimes staff force us. So man, they don't move forward because of
this kind book be see for
cowards die many times before they are dead. Exactly, it's all over.
How do you become a coward? You become a coward if you are weak in the brain. If the brain is not strong enough, you haven't trained your brain to be strong enough. I always go back to the things that happened to me in course of 2019 from between August and September. Three big things happened in my life, and people see me now make us a reverend father in Okchamate, Reverend father. Okay, him say, hey Upo, where do you? And I told him, say, and yet din bro. But you have to train the brain, say, say nipa bia BBC for you are in a denying state, psychological. You are in
self-denial.
You are in self-denial. I am not to me. Is it me? A honor as a brain you're stronger. Until when you are in a self-denial, now denying stage now, then you go to adaptation. You begin to adapt to say, oh, I think the thing it's becoming part of me, and then you get to the acceptance stage where you realize, no, the thing has happened, so I have to deal with it. That's what I said. But people are not strong to go through these stages because they don't train their brains, and their brains are not strong enough into self-denial or realize no, the thing is true. Then the brain will tell you, you have no answer, you can't do anything. The best way in this area, leave this world. You begin to get different thoughts. But when the brain is trained and it's stronger to resist negative thoughts, you overcome. So now Reverend Father can say, hey, no catch him say African diocese and you Ghana phone call all the African diocese. No, say there are some people, they go through even not and they don't even leave. So yes, we're taking a life. So what I say, and he was telling me. So all we are saying is, Abushia, everything that happens to you in life, there is an answer. They been told that it being serious that worse things have happened to people and they leave. So if something happens to you, train up your brain, look up in the skies and say, no, I deserve to live.
Yeah.
And you train the brain, and no matter what people say, amanfobe, and you see, that is where training the brain becomes important. Because amanfobe kasa, people will say things, people discourage you, people will even muddy the waters and make you think, say, oh, now they're my way by I don't deserve to live, because they might let you think, say, you are going to live in disgrace for the rest of your life. You are going to live in defeat for the rest of your life. It is why you're stronger a person in the brain now. You force yourself to do something negative to yourself. Because the Bible even says God created man in his own image. Nyamisu no de manipa nti nyame ma yen den nyansa, because Jesus talks about how important it is to have wisdom, and to have wisdom means you have to train the brain to overcome negative thoughts. Those are thoughts ready. Oh yeah, den beba thought to beba money dear papa dear we thought will come from all angles.
That makes it beautiful. Now if it's only good thoughts, you'll not be happy. It becomes boring.
It can come through your friends, it can come through your wife, it can come through your girlfriend, it can come through your boyfriend, it can come through your workplace. Thoughts be free baby obi anane ye adwuma obi anane kwa sorry. Sometimes they look down on you. They don't even value you. Omo hu say we are inferior. And all these things plays in us. So inti say wa ma wa adwene na anya strong, and in some community na wo team kakra bi aba man for be kan fa ho a, then you look at yourself and say, I don't even deserve dear cry na akabiem for me to live for. And then you begin thinking negative. And they no wuche by the kindest courtesy of Richway Auto School as a word of motivation. He said, your strongest muscle and your worst enemy is your brain, your mind. So train it well. Train the brain well to overcome.
It's just like fire and electricity. It can be a very good servant or a bad master. If even you buy a dog and you train it very well, it can do wonderful things for you. If you don't train it, it can pounce on you and bite you yourself. Your brain should be your most powerful element. And like you said, God created us in his own image. It be not because their brain is telling them they can't do it. If you are see any baby, obviously acquire well piano. No, hey, na meet me share. Your chancless net dim papa will be at 10 times one pass me there, because your brain is working against you. Been so or so school the school there and been sound and also you see your brain begins to militate,
because the moment I can be a cassia man not a to me
fear of the unknown. Say that we would say yes actually more opportunities. No exactly. So let your brain, I mean realistic dreams, but they should scare you and let your brain be stronger. You see, we all have you be able to issues now there, but the joy that you will overcome makes us stronger.
You will be our issue.
Oh, say about the
now the crowd will take the highest land. At the highest seat of the land.
Joe
Biden, if you're asking about the worrisome person in this country, Joe Biden, but he's the topmost person in there. Nti obiya problem, in short. That's what I'm trying to say.
But then I tell myself that when you don't dance, the problems will still be there. But have a strong mind and work towards it. Your brain becomes your most powerful tool. I tell myself maybe I'm in but my brain it's what makes me happy and believe in the future.
Not me psychology. Me psychology Worcester State. University of Hana me who say, you know, sorry I see a broken heart. Broken heart. But it is never true.
The broken heart.
Won't mean a broken heart. Everything it's in the brain.
Oh, I know.
I own say your terms when you're broken heart, when you're broken heart. It is the brain.
The brain. You can move on stronger, you can move on weaker.
And electrons and they control every electrical activity.
Impulse.
And they control so into the brain to resist negative thoughts, temptations, and to instill positivity into it that I can do it. And on because we know you can. Unity Radio 1039. Motivational message. Richway Auto School, 65 James Street. ɛna yɛ nua bɛma Richard ɛwɔ ɔsɛ wopɛ driver's license abra ɔbɛboa wo na wajibi ɛde amount na ɛno da nkyɛn nso so a sɛ ɛba ne sɛ permit ɛna wo problem ɛwɔ ho a ɛno nso so ɔbɛboa na biribi akɔnkan frɛ no ɛwɔ ɛyɛ 508-459-1331 508-459-1331 ɛno ɛna wobɛtumi enya yenu abema Richard ewo so Rich Way Auto School wasi omo operator junior operator certification kwala na mo college ni nyina fa omo bra awofonom na omo je license emfa ema omo nyina tayechi na da bia in totality edi dwumadi ebro but specifically the motivational message has been brought to you by Rich Way Auto School. Eko agudi unsam, so which is our next segment on the show. Na ye de asida kesi ma Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon. Ube UT, ube CC hombe efe na what demonstron kwa bra 687 Millbury Street. U UT no na uto ntadie madie mpa emmadie na utua phone bills na uto phone fufro na u recharge phone na utua light bill everything uba Oluwa one in all na uye ni nyina abom. Nkwaha Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon etayechi yedi aseda PSA edema adwumaku a friend say Asamas Trading ena ya me no we ka say ba no say me pa chaw openam na odi abon kwan krom ha nyina Worcester nyina obi agye atom say enam papa fie Asamas Trading ena ewo say friend say oba mbacha ope eye tilapia mackerel crocus red snapper enye se mako na dakam na ye twitwa no fefefe asan dia ma ope take no smoked one fresh one ope wings ope drumsticks ope necks turkey type bia ni nyina party bia benya bi chicken no ope de bo akokon kwan Ghana de ni bi denden so ho na ope de stew eno nso bi ho na ope goat meat Australia, the whole world, I'm gonna produce once yes. Once I'm gonna produce meat. Yeah, meat. The most hygienic. Sheep near dinner. Yeah, Sokoto Gudali.
Yeah, Sokoto. Yeah,
Sokoto Gudali. Yeah, Australia. A honor Samas. The goat nifiba. I had the Nianas radium. Australia, again, very nice. Yeah, the ball like supermarket.
Large fields, so they walk a lot.
They walk. Yeah,
quite GMO.
Yeah, GMO. So, genetically modified, right?
Modified, foods.
Eti misro Asamas Trading nebe dudwa. Also pe oxtail, beef ribs, ni nyina fresh snails, any guinea fowl. Confirm no. Ni nyina no benye biato. Asamas Trading. You 1084.
I didn't know they were. Get guinea fowl.
Omo confirm there. Ya to tone adini nyina bio.
Yes. Be to ye barbecue. Summer bay. I mean, bring back the memories. I mean, yeah, you come and say you fire confirm the
agro $150 na why busy near the Akufia ma yeah ma on for delivery more taxi car and Asamas Street 1084 Main Street e ho ne wo bra na be di udwa nyina ne twitwa na nyina ma na bibia nso ntumi nkonkan Asamas Trading et ayechi bi na de agudi unsam enso e de bra wo omu eboy nchidom kese pa na de agudi unsam e de bra sanso and the idea that PSA pa Eddie Emma Ajumeku I friend say KM Rough Roofing so we will be our person ball down so mount there na KM Rough Roofing and then also tie chi na dia good unsem bro KM Rough Roofing say o dear friend na o dan na wo Ghana no obebo dan so the amount fe 0549315774 0549315774 0549315774 for KM Rough Roofing na untumi mo no more dan so ma na ensure na beto awia na bebo colorization udan no color no e red and pepada say ye green color no coating ye be ma correct one ebi mu dan so apa ebi mu dan color na sesa ama ye hu kala no ni nyina ye omo anko the right place enti ne kan for KM Rough Roofing 0549315774 ofre omo a ombesiesiu kama na bibia so atumi akonkan omo adaroma na edi eye agudi hu nsem edi ebro ne couple of messages now for get it to the sporting world. Now good afternoon from Pantine City to you guys in Worcester. Today is GGMU day. Eric Kwacho he says ever popular dreadlocks crew, morning guys. Manucho support us today. Why? God bless you, Manucho. Manucho, this is off the record. Educate me on this. Which teams are in the Arsenal Group D for the Wafu Cup? Is it Zabi FC or Aguna Swedru All Blacks? And Timanucho will educate you on that.
Kwaibi Brem and Fankoba FC. Na Kwaibi Brem.
Kwaibi Brem and Fankoba.
I'm be harding da.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, Mami Abba Nkuma says the mind is a very powerful tool.
Yes.
We in my part of the world don't take care of our mental health. Mental health is total health. Very well said, and it's coming from a professional.
Yeah,
somebody who
works in Pantine.
More Pantine.
Yes.
Mental health. Ghana for graduates say to say real.
Yes,
we don't see mental health
as because every human being has a 20% madness, 80% correctness. Because there are times you get absent minded. No, I be we are not about say, hey,
now in question,
I sort of microwave him because the mind is not there. So it tells you that they are in a world of their own. So you don't joke with mental health. But let you preach it. You should have a strong mind in all these discussions.
Okay.
If your mind is weak, it will let you fail because it will work against your own body. But you're stronger. I mean, when it's even white,
it will definitely overcome.
I mean, push you to greater heights. I mean,
Eric says, where is Ohinaba Charles? Meaning, Ohinaba Charles, about America now. He's in Ghana, but I don't know if he's here. So, about Hadi, I can find out and then we can host him on the show.
Yes.
Unity Radio. You know, we know radio.
Unity Radio, you know, we know radio. Moving to the sporting segment. Na yemfa agudi unsem kakra yabo abo anon famremo. Na ene yeba behwe Europa League. But before we do that, Abrante Bakwa, local stories I did Bremo Sportingly. Sam Adams, Obama Kumasi Asante Kotoko from 2019 to 2020, truncated season. Now we declared Diana Stars match day 27 game against Kotoko as his personal battle. Was it Kwaya Kumasi Asante Kotoko Faswa, Wamu a treaty no, and then Abrante and say Kotoko will pay for treating me bad. Sam Adams, Asmo Diababe Tujano na, and no, Obaka Diana Stars Ankasa, Omuni Kumasi Asante Kotoko rivalry. It goes beyond of football chieftains in Nyoma dating back to Kofi Abanga transfer.
Yes.
Any other until rivalry the Kotoko near Diana Stars in term. Now I know that Brante friend say Sam Adams as Bono was a Kotoko entry tini into Kotoko Diana Stars match or more airborne or say a nay payday. Sa battle no match day 27 match na Omu Bono was say any personal battle. Me personal battle into Munjamano and no any DNA or the Ababe to get into the strong warning. Eddie Akwa Kumasi Asante Kotoko for say Omo Badi Amonyo imagine say a mammy and Sunny Dia dia Ombinya Bakukra or Saji for Sia Dio Ajman Bedu the second stadium. I know a yet Doma Ahinkru. It's no any Asamoah and Sam Adams and Kra or the Akwa Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Na o reference Mariano Barreto enra Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach na Manu Chuka say coach no buy as we lose matches be and there many workers say ebinuma start kika say anhwe ya papa no omu ebeyi na di say Kotoko ntumi Angie Ligna David Obinya kon aye Kumasi Asante Kotoko PRO or say the outcome of season we no enya ade be affect Mariano Barreto ni future as the head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. According to him Kotoko so mutumi eja omaji league to so aduonunum na emum so mantumi anye afan nya ade a omo begina no so aka se o wantumi anje eno nti ebepam no nti ene David Obinya kon ese Kumasi Asante Kotoko won't sack coach I friend said Mariano Barreto se kobase Kotoko entumi anje league na me no we ka say Kotoko ne has nyina no omo ewo mape na emum has edasoro on goal difference eno ene ensem a eno so etumi ababeto edwa na yefrio dia na Black Stars ade ba akwa nipa bebreka ewo ho eni se interference eya ade a ekoso ewo player selection mu pa na no na Steven Tornado appear former captain of the senior national team the Black Stars and they ode abeto dwa se interference or Black Stars selection never happened during the time or say there be authorities asem no na we na ma ye free we na we na ma ye pam we na we na ye say na Steven Tornado appear say call up was based on merit or say ade a coach no then no had the right to decide who was called up. It comes on the back of rumors of interference in the Black Stars selection. Steven Tornado appears say, luckily in my time I never experienced that. The coaches call players based on form. If you are playing well, of course you will be called up. And no any and some Steven Tornado appear and then with regards to the ongoing and long time conversation across was Black Star team selection no idea interference and so it me ekum na eno so edia ababeto edwa enso so eno no ubekaya mene wo eka say ayade a stadium Kumasi Asante Kotoko omubo any baba yara agoprama so na de tie ne stadium no enye ready eno danche a mokọ wa ne ade stadiums bebre o ha esenka aye ready na no nyina no intumi na no na ne amene wo eka say pay us and the stadiums will be ready, contractor tells sports minister. It's been 3 years since former sports minister Isaac Esiama embarking on construction of 10 multi-purpose youth centers across the various regions. Now, project is to help in the development of sports in the country. Nana, it was expected to be completed in 9 months. Wow. 9 months. Sisi amenoka say still amunwe. Na eno ena sisi current sports minister, friend Sir Mustafa Yusuf, recently visited every debt owed to the contractors to see the completion of the facilities have been cleared, but contractor for the Y Youth Center, your friend say Ngoswani Benjamin, were indicating say in an interview with Star FM Sports Team, no say there are over 20% work is left to be completed because eka edi yedi omuka nti ene wakachira ban say saban epe ne youth resource centers ne dia ene esika omode no omuntua mfiri ho na omuso ntumi complete project no soon to me emfa ema amo enough on the local front you call international front basically and then match a wo ha obi ani da akiri obi ani di akiri a echo Manchester United any VRL match kesi a eno so eba so na de tie ene se ko basa Manchester United omoji ene trophy na uko England a Chelsea any Manchester United nko na fi se Europa League by no womu etumi agb obeka ya Chelsea abo Europa League no empemienu and imagine empemienu Manchester United this is about their fourth their fourth attempt their fourth attempt now so amajimu ba ko Jose Mourinho won it for them internese ko ba se owura friend say Olegona Solskjaer etumi ji a na we aba ba crew a edikan a waje e de ma boboko no kai se oba ye no ontumi nyi crew ada eno ne ade ba ko a ansa na Jose Mourinho e free ho no na oyusu edi etia no na ye ka Manchester United any VRL match na eba so nenu a na ohwa afanu ni mienu manucho omahia empre mako 9 amongst themselves na obi ani nkugo da ana obi anso ni nkunim da
there's a draw some kwana mobo omahia
obi ani nkunim da ana obi ani nkugo da now my yemfa abakosem between the two teams kakrabi and to help ebo September 14th 2005 and on obi antimi Antonio Yonko atena and on November 22nd 2005 na return leg and also obi antimi Antonio Yonko atena and amukoko September 17th 2008 September 17th 2008 Manchester United ne bo home via no mo goalless draw and on ball 25th November 2008 krona no so obia into almost 4 matches two teams na bono 0-0
3 years
obia ntumi fa ball Antonio Yonko atena and obia nso ntumi enwini da into we any omo ankasa European competitions omo abo Asia na yehwe edi anachesisi ano unze omo form guide no dia na just I say Manchester United o share omo last 5 games Manchester United Aston Villa 3-1 and Manchester United Leicester share omo 2-1 and Liverpool share omo 4-2 and omni Fulham ball 1-1 and omo share Wolves 2-1 last day of the league into share Manchester United omo last 5 games no omo tumi di nkunim mienu omo di nkuguo mienu and omakwati penkonso bako na okohwe VRL almost last 5 games Real Madrid shomu 2-1 almost share Sevilla was a significant victory almost share Sevilla 4-0 and almost sign koshe Valladolid 2-0 and any Celta de Vigo share almost VRL bo home 4-2 and any Arsenal and so a goalless draw into share almost last 5 games now Mabona omu edin kugo against Arsenal and omu san edin kugo against Celta de Vigo and omu share Sevilla san share Valladolid njomu so mo win 2 and omu draw 2 and omu draw 1. These are the common statistics binding the two teams going into the second tier competition, the second biggest competition in Europe, and the Manchester United versus VRL. Now before you get into it, na me jemu di amount no oko kohwe dia Ole Gunnar Solskjaer I say Manchester United win over Villarreal in the Europa League final no ebetumi a stepping stone for a big future so mutumi di nkonim na we ya bra on nsentwere for kasa enra ahead of the game today na odi atudwa na oto aso dia said the England no match no ekoso ewo Poland so wutie ya ene American Eastern Standard Time 3 o'clock no miensa Ghana time no ngotwe UK time no ngotwe say wo Ghana ipe UK time so 8 Germany I think 10 or 9 Germany early this 2 hours until 10 or Germany uko Joe Conti ho Qatar dia na je say be ipa o anaju be 11 o say
3 be 9 bia
9 yeah Inti no Canada there yene Max Billion ye time near petty ye be hwe no ha awia na chese no inti this is a team that we've rebuilt in the last few years. Hopefully this is the start of something more. We in sama Ole Gunnar Solskjaer edi etu idwa Eric said then start drinking akpeteshi now. Why I don't know okay or new be pious now.
Liverpool, honestly, the Liverpool kuno.
Yeah, I see if Manchester United win the Europa and jubilate, I will be very disappointed. And then Eric has responded by saying, if Man United win the Europa, and you start drinking akpeteshi now. Yeah.
It's a staunch Liverpool person. I'm person United the Ben cry. I mean, it's Ghana, but now Caroline Aces is that or Chelo London. Daba. Yeah, so main kwaswana.
Basically, not me man statistics in kakra.
Yes.
I know person Kofi the kakra.
Oh yeah, you bet me some bottom approach.
Okay.
I wanted to do the bottom up approach, but you bet me first start.
No, starting obeshe fie dia hwe some kakra bi na we main point of discussion for today's program. Now Una Emery. So ono so to meje Europa League ni na we ni mprema akomako enan waji coach bia enyi dida e Europa. Still are 3 no kra no ono na da so ekita sa title. Nemu mo ya na je so ono ani title okita no. Asa break ono ani recorder. Okita no na eno so Eddie Ababitu Idwa.
Sevilla, he did it with Sevilla.
Yeah, Sevilla, yeah. Young kind so said the last team Oyi na Nsana all co-final no so na English team in the team of Arsenal. Oshano 1-0 wofi and a ball 0-0 at Emirates Stadium, which was a very good result for them. Judging from the fact say Arsenal Emirates omo adie pa. Tiano so any adie ba kwa. And now to Jabrante Bako is significant in this game. Paul Torres, defender Bakwa, Usi Academy Vieira. Manchester United, any break, say Quambia so, Omo Ebinas Abrante no Aton. So Beba na say Oma, and they will say, or you're committed to Villarreal. Ball near Bonne, it's in Central for Yano. No more Bizana, man, you Pearl, how would this or say or not you're committed to
Villarreal boy, born, bred, battered, brewed, bottled. But whether I will be buried there, we are not so sure, but. Or Villarreal back 24-year-old. I think he's very good. Spanish national team. But you said you're Ramos on man was Modding. I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Together with Raul Abio. That team looks good. I was looking through Moreno, through their ranks. I think they have a decent squad. Over to
you, Nino Tedia.
Yeah, between Akosi Haboko away.
Some
Adams saying that they are not because what he did to him.
I said personal battle.
Exactly. I'm enjoying the local league now because at the end of the day, competition is all you thrive on. They do an answer there. So what cross this answer now? Did you ever go there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm told the honum there. We be train so. Yeah, don't we train so as walk to. I didn't want the obeji. And I think Otoko, Sisi and they are in top position. They are bringing back that slab together with Tato folks. Some we are there all over the world, you know. As much as the other attractions, you know, the two bigger teams, you know, if they are doing so well, it will bring the bigger backs. Because in Spain, you can have and pub, dine and wine. But the truth is that Madrid and Barcelona are the biggest attraction. Once they get people in their camp, you know, and as some more there. In order, you know, trickling effect in about to the other clubs. And I think that's my joy all of a sudden, sir. New fan love for the local league, you know, Abba, because hearts of folk. I mean, as much as a lot has not been said about them, quietly they are doing their job. As example, top 8 games to go, more difficult games to play, but at least it puts them in a set. If they stand any good chance, they have to win at Doma, which is also very, very difficult for them. So you see what really pertains there, whichever way, you know, they should do this. Not beyond this, and so I'm hoping that it should bring up something else on a good ever discuss. They should now start opening up. Now, I'm discuss team news more so that we can have a lot to talk about. I think one thing I militate against say local league, as much as people want us to talk about it, like TT and Kono. It was Abroche, maybe so who's the highest paid player in the league. The team's not playing already some Becca chair. Ghana. Pay crazy. Exactly. So it makes it a bit difficult.
For the pressure,
exactly. You want to talk about them. You sit in the armchair here to do this analysis. It's about research. Into a Bombay said they will find those things because Tanzania say some sponsorship deal be raising $100 million. Azan TV they you think about it and realize that start time is just about $5.236 million and yeah enough. So we are hoping that if these two clubs do well now, at least it will translate into that way. In a Barreto, I'm happy that they've come to talk about it because he took the team midway in his first major season. It's not too bad. I'm not particularly not happy because I expect them to get results.
How many games? 2, right?
Yeah, I think just about 2 games in there. He's not really hard. He's had a wonderful run, but the point is that second becomes nothing if Hearts of Oak win the league. It's good they take the pressure off him. That master, this is the first time moment with it. Into next season, one year there, they have every recourse to sack him and I say baby. But this time, I think they should give him chance and space to grow. Now, Stephen Appiah on interference. I'm wondering why it is coming up at this point. But fine. The only thing I can side with him is that during his reign, between 2005 2006 the national team enjoyed some good performances and some camaraderie in camp was very good. At least there was some form of unity. You didn't even get it during the Antonio Boabe the Pele times. No Monche said they had their own mini battles, but for him to boldly say that there were no interference, blah blah blah, you can't talk to everybody. Maybe you're a captain, they contacted you at some point in your day. I will only accept this because of the good moments that the team enjoyed going to Germany, qualifying again 2010. At least we saw that beautiful intake. But interference, the master will be anti. That's where I get a bit winner. PS or the Youth Resource Center will not be completed. As a budding engineer,
yes, Ghana for Bosa swimming con.
Near
a same time or about take over 9 months.
And still 20% to become 20%. The NHS a baby near finishing works. The roof is in place in there. Yeah, guys, at 17
but 9
you have the
months.
Roof. Maybe I don't say you are be a friend project manager, your friend QCT analysis, quality cost time. Say that's the basic. The other areas, human resource, transportation, near the and then there are 10 knowledge areas. But to the basic person, there quality cost time. It looks like Ghana cost is always the bigger issue, and it affects quality and time. Because it's actually when the equation say baku koja baku too much, you will lose it because if there's no quality. Now sometimes quality can even be compromised if the cost is not well managed. Because local mining sector near the bit me catch your time is of essence. You bet me sit down 1 billion or Chani Ebuno. I'm catch you say there be a time in here. But it looks like Ghana as a country, you are making costs are bane. And you see promising people promise because at the end of the day nothing happened to them. People put their job on the line and at the end of the day they still sit in the comfort of their room and be talking. That is what really happens in some of these states. Yes, sir. Anka, yeah, football in put a youth resource center. So at the end of the day, we expect our football to grow.
Development of our game
at that basic level. Where we become wonderful way say, my Black Stars $25 million on tournament. You are being symptomatic and you will not win it because you are not doing the right things. We call Germany, they have a structure that rise from the youth in a crown of football. No. Coaches development, player development. There are more coaches in way Germany. You bet my catcher say one coach only more than 20 players. That is how well they develop their game. But yet one man here trying to say a tournament. Oh, say to a banga bishe baby on bob on Tianko friend near 100,000 on Kobo. We are only being profligate and frivolous in our approach. So such a place. Say woman Blacks has $25 million to go and do what they are doing now. And I'm trying to offer only $1 million Ghana cedis per so that people don't come and fight me with the conversions. I'm weak at it. Young fans say 25 million Ghana cedis to go to this tournament to go and bring it up. And that's a youth resource center in one of those places here and share. I mean, sometimes you want to talk positive about Ghana football and Ghana sports, but the more you hear some of these things, the more it takes it makes it a cake, very mosaic. Say 21st century. When we see you center among Kofa, work on promising 9 months, you don't put in extra effort, don't put your extra eye on it and get it sorted. Say the 10 is 20% and the contractor, sometimes I don't blame them. They wish they could not go this route. but you force them to. So bits one no contractor no ye juma no why you say, but because you're not paying. No contractor in Ghana is for the Christmas. He didn't register it as an NPO, non-profit organization. He's there to make money and also render service to you. So leadership, everything boils back to leadership and how you consider things being done.
Okay.
Let me jump on. I'm in Villarreal anyway. And I think that for me, very good afternoon to you. And I'm on a very good morning to Mr. Eric, my manager. On time I'm discussing it together with you because I've told you point blank that I'm in Europa League there. Second tier competition, but out of respect for our listeners, no. I think for me, it becomes the biggest mark, more like a prelude to the final proper on Saturday. But whichever, this is the second tier best competition I able to me share in recent times. I think you know, I was reading about Villarreal and they have an interesting story. You know, they promoted them into the league proper in 1998.
Yeah,
they've not existed for long. I hear one of the clubs named Pano. They've never won any major trophy. They've not won any major trophy. So this is more like a World Cup for them. So if they're able to do this, they will add to their own history. They are building history. The reason why I feel they need it more, because for United, like you say, we are not winning 7 major European trophies. Trophies in the European combined. So that's what they are chasing, just like Chelsea and co in that mix. So it puts them in the best stead. For Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think he's missing 2 pertinent players. Antonio Martial, I think it would have been crowning moment, but he has a knee injury, he's not playing. And Phil Jones, so I don't put there. I mentioned his name because I was surprised to know he's still around the team. I thought Bank would fit him named that, but he also not be playing. Maguire could not. He joined the team all right, but he's not fit to play.
Yeah.
I'm expecting them to take charge together with Lindelof. That is where I see a bit of weakness in the team. But save that in there. Also players in here are there, and okay, the Frez, the Pogba and co. Cavani is in the form of his life, especially in this Europa competition. He's the one with his experience and everything going in there. No? That is what will really help them in that regard. I think the other starts in the other match. So for me, it's a big game that I'm expecting. Putting everything together, I'm expecting United. Anything less than a 2-goal deficit, I'll be surprised. For everything, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you see, this is second major final. I mean, the first one he went to Moldy on court, Shadako final, and he's making this one more like a stepping stone. And like you said, he's thinking on the same reasoning with me that it should be a big step into the future if they're able to win this, because
it'll bring the boys confidence.
Confidence will be bringing around the team. This is not their level. For everything Manchester United has made, this shouldn't be one of the biggest things that they are looking forward to. But trophies bring confidence to a team. And that is all that it does. And being second and winning such a major competition, at least it sets the pace for them to really go into the other, going to next season. Putting everything together, shaking them and picking one odd out, I still say I think United has what it takes to really win this one. And like I keep saying, my head is with United, because if I'm going to bet my life on it, I think they can exonerate me or take me out of that misery. But they should not discount the Yellow Submarines. They've had a very, very good run together with Manchester United. It has not been a bad one for them since they dropped. They've not really last one year, Roma showed 3-2. They've won all the games. The 7 games they played in the Europa League, they really did justice to it. But they've lost once. But Villarreal has a perfect record going into this one: 14 games, 12 wins, 2 draws. So it tells you that at least everything on paper and looking at their trajectory there, Villarreal winning this one will be a good one for them, that at least they went into this major competition without losing a game till the final.
Now a record
for them, which is good. I think
Chelsea also has that record.
Yeah, but that one you dropped into the competition, but that's where they started.
Because if Europa now,
but dropping by, just like United till they were beaten also in that run. But some from where they are coming from, maybe, from where they are coming from, it looks beautiful for them. I'd say at least this is why, because the league proper no man they were 7th. It should have been good for. Maybe they had their eye on this one. Unai Emery, this is what he's cut for all the good things he's done in football. I think when Europa League Hall of Fame is mentioned, his name will be high on the podium. Like you said, he's breaking his own record. Doing a 3-peat over a 3-year period was an interesting one for him. In all that, doing the likes of Liverpool and co on that journey. So it tells you that his effort they won't mean discounted. So it's a big game you're expecting. Yellow Submarines have everything to make a good record for themselves, and their coach also has what it takes. And he has a bit of revenge. Omobisan Christ said it's revenge on his mind for what an English team did to him. No, say no way. At least it's an Arsenal chapter that was closed. 18 months. It's more like a quickie that he had with Arsenal. He took them to a final. They couldn't place. Then they couldn't win it. Then they sacked him. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, in terms of experience at this competition, Unai Emery is more experienced than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In terms of player quality, Manchester United has what it takes. So it balances out very well that on the day who has his quality tactics right.
On the field of play, coaches also play a role.
Exactly.
But you think, say, tactically and with regards to Europa League experience, Una Emery comes second to none.
Exactly. That is what he's going
about
to use.
playing body. So Manchester United is far advanced and far ahead of Villarreal.
This season, looking
at we advantage back.
Yes. So that's why it says it's a beautiful.
Playing it out to win.
Exactly. That tactically, the manager who has his tactics right will get it. So at this level, I can say the season under review, Villarreal has not really been very good competitors. I mean, save Europa League, they had their eye on. They've not really been very good competitors at home. Now United also has found some newfound love. For me, and like you said, for the last 4 matches between them for a period of 3 years, nobody was able to put. Careful, this game might even travel to extra time and penalties. That's what I'm seeing, because both teams have what it takes, and Maguire not being there will affect them too. And Antonio Martial also might.
Okay, so who is winning? Who is winning the Europa League? What edition is today? Number saying.
I think I did not check them.
But who is winning?
I think on paper and everything is 2-0 Manchester United.
Oh, you think United?
Yeah, I think United has what it takes to really win this one. I would be surprised if they don't get it. But my mind is still with them. I think they have the players, they have the confidence, they have the effrontery, the everything is playing in their favor to really win this Europa League competition. At least, if not for anything, to bring confidence, like we said, to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because a project they started about 3 years ago, and it's not really done them justice with any trophy. So this one will give them that confidence that next season on which we have places. So it's United win this afternoon and evening in England.
It's United win this afternoon and evening in England. Remember the big game, the biggest game of the world in terms of club football, UEFA Champions League. It's coming up on Saturday, and we will be here to do justice to that one too. Friday we'll be digesting and getting into it. Saturday mini manu chunya kwan kamanu chubenya kwan kamemenda
very soon.
Yeah, but we'll look into that. We'll look into that. My main fans and my kind of messages are bano Eric Eniaji. Kwesi usu kwajopo kusu wa share watch room.
Oh, Kojopoko.
Yeah, I say I'm watching you live from what you do. Let the fire burn.
I'm back home, me very soon. Me worry me jai. Mami worry na me jai. Asembe na okay. Are you not married?
Okay. Unim software your friend say Apostle General Sam Crunchy Ankra.
Yeah, me software pa me no. Royal House Chapel.
Yeah,
he's a big man,
very renowned man of God. Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah, top 3 men who have impacted me and Ghana. He's one of them.
Yeah,
he's one of them.
Apostle General Sam Crunchy.
Yes.
Oba Worcester.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Oba Worcester. Na Oba Worcester. Enchakra Worcester for be hunu krum ha. Said they can Royal House Chapel. They know July 23rd to July 25th.
Okay, I have enough time.
Big program.
Yes.
Inti Worcester for Mama Shannon. We are Royal House Chapel, Massachusetts. And Eddie Jumedi. Na the attendant said open her we to say so for ninya dene.
Yes.
So said you were when ninya dene. Inti oba nyame eya aduma 20 Manucho wuti there.
Me tie pa 23rd. Hey, no me dey share me calendar.
22nd to 25th.
22nd to 25th. Okay. July
22nd.
I'm putting it on my
25th, Thursday and Friday, and only 6:30 p.m. each night. Now Sunday morning celebration service with Mama Rita Kranchankra, and only so for a year.
Okay. Okay.
Sunday morning no. Na evening no, Sunday evening no. So for about the say oni editi.
Yes.
Say the Yesu coordination for yen. Now why communion service. And so at the amanti because so church auditorium. Inti we a big program. Say the nyina so for your friend is saying,
yeah, you see, he has the word
crunchy ankra.
Yes, I mean,
Ninya na form, ti Worcester for
crack.
There be a mekasa Christo for yana ente sumasi. Na se 2 minutes will be on ya min chere nim die will be wa. Oko Roman, Oko Presby, Baptist, wine. That they may be what? One. Ye nyina ye nyame ba ko ne som no. Nti Royal House Chapel, Massachusetts. It's calling. Sir, Sofo Penning, Yenina Yinim se, or Di Nyame Ejuma no Kwaremu, very decent man of God. Apostle General Sam Koranchi Ankra, Ebausta, Nyame Ayaduma, July, Winshan so 22nd, 23rd, over 22nd to 25th. Now, July 22nd to 25th, no Manu, Thursday, any Friday, no, Saturday, Macano, a session never started 6:30 each night. Now, Sunday morning, no, 10:30 a.m. Timoma Yen so, and Sunday, you no Massa, say, Bia, Ope, a Nkai Bomunchi, Mubia, Bepacho, the Obetimia, and he said, Obefre, a Sofo, or no, Eshe, Worcester branch. Na watumi eno no edi nkita ho na ono so atumi aboa na bibia so atumi akonkan Pastor James Sapon na sofo James Sapon ofre no a obeje so ne number 978 398 8963 978 398 8963 nti Reverend Apostle General Sam Kranchankra finally is making his way to Worcester. Manu Josu ani aje
ameni aje pa
ye kasa kan bibi fa sofo Sam Kranchankra ho ade na betimi aka.
I will say he's really shaped up a lot of people. He's been in ministry for over 30 years. I've gotten to know him, and a lot of youth today owe their spiritual life to him.
Yeah,
and he's really been through the ranks. Into an American, you me top 3 asofo Ghana. I always listen to them without
top
missing.
3 asofo 3.
Yes.
Se Manucho.
Yes.
Who tight you know.
Yes.
Na so you be out tie. You know who say Manucho. Kamfo sofo no we na kan the top 3 ho there. Na say who say
he has the word, he has the power. God has been good to him. He stays off controversy and he says it as it is. He doesn't sugarcoat it to make you feel good.
Yeah.
And he believes in the supernatural too.
Yeah.
He believes in you are what you are, and
believe in your abilities,
or
a practical teacher. I always say that, sir. Unse and yama bibia spiritual realm. Na mama na yo, na baba na yo, na that is what has become of the ordinary Ghanaian.
Yes.
But Apostle General Sam Kranchankra Mukcherao say, Inipa, put your mind to things. Jinyamidi
to you,
but believe in yourself to your brain, mental capabilities and abilities. Just like we're talking about this morning, say when train brain now, obi na be use amount.
Yes.
So eti channel so we Royal House Chapel, Massachusetts, and that was the afraid. So for James Sapon, so between me afraid on 978-398-8963 8963 channel so just make a date. Ntini edi kan dia to manim entem no onye nyame nipa ketwa am se yemududo na akra nim ne cheme iti moma yensiesie ho na yentwen Apostle General Sam Crunchy Anchor's visit to Worcester for makase nyame ehraye o nyame ehraye pa wate na esese ehwe abrabo yi ni siesie ho na nyame doin iti Reverend Sam Crunchy Ankra ba Worcester iti moma yensha no so Christopher Doche, I'm expecting you, sir. Reverend Sam Kranchankra, Waba Worcester, July. Abe program Kesiano, Uba Baby, Nti Chris Shannon, wa ma program Nasia, Adia de Bayono. Uba who say yes, Wasumbaye, papa. Inti Anonso Edia and Ononti, Mama Yen Shannon, na Yen Reverend Apostle General Sam Kranchankra, July 22nd, 23rd to 25th. He is going to be in Worcester. Timoma Yen Shannon. Maka, Royal House.
On the street, maybe anymore.
Okay, I think say maybe sir so for now they address no he thought say bia anybody be in Royal House in
no problem.
Or trust venue near church auditorium, but one for address now county. I'll take the real address no. Say bia obi or Connecticut, obi or Rhode Island, Massachusetts na and any other town no person baby no so be to me aba. Okay, that is what it is. Until Reverend Sam Kranchankra is going to be in Worcester, July 22nd to Enna. Signing the Casa studio.
Yes,
we will have the privilege of interviewing him. Our studio. Okay, let me read a couple of the messages before we get into today's issues politically. By Worcester Nyame Shrai there. na ye ka Reverend Sam Kranchankra Oba na ye ka etiefo nso se manucho dia na ato ye Worcester Women's Health Services Vernon Women's Health Services nyankopon adom wa yen doctor kese baako e wo kroma e friend Dr. Kwame Amponsa Ghana ni ba ono atumi aba besua ngoma wo Ghana. Don't get me wrong, he was a medical doctor who confirmed for over 10 years and oba kroma 2005 sa besua nyame aye na adom anya ne residency medical field na ka residency and I just say yamano to me say afi ono atumi bi ne clinic e ma manfo ba ho say primary physician na ono de no specialize wo ma apomodimu or a gynecologist and osan ye sa word you say ne boy me den pa
obstetrician
me can be bia. I'll be very frank with you.
Obstetrician.
Unsa ya na obo no asakobo obstetrician no asabo shin obstetrician.
Obs and Ghana yeah. Because obs. What kind of obs are?
I mean kind of obstetrician na. Na we no crowd there unsa we no crowd there obstetric. Yeah. But session sa be kan.
Yeah.
Na ayen that is by the way. Eti mo mention so that is to say oba awanyem ana obewo ni nyina no Dr. Kwame Amponsa etumi show. We nya bibidura asem we ye pure scientific medicine or ye papa ye doctor aban America aban amani to me said ye uko oba uko primary doctor ho e Worcester ha na manucho beka so ukoko ye
pap smear
no dem nim say
pap smear
nim say me camp on
no say more secondary school na me nickname
na pap smear
yeah second year at Fansford me boy mom cover so beka say man pap smear na me 100 meters so me that number 7 one pap smear me godfather carry pass me dey me infime so
manucho
and dey me bo me dey bia mba na be show me na me yifime so am fa manucho
be kum ni pa
but pass me there it brings the memories until the about do am say manucho card dey but pass me anytime ba
the women are already aware they know
we are sure say money nyane
they know
how winning what is pass me
enyem na me you want to push me
wow sure no
the wall
what did they know I'm sure there's some do
because it's something the women do OBGYN right
yes yes.
Eti Dr. Kwame Amponsa enyame ya adom say provide a range of preventive care services including pap smear said the manuchu kano STI test and pelvic exams ultrasounds and the blood work bibia and oba also reproductive system ni nyina no ya de or share anything emma mo apomodin they or science share questions relating to pregnancy, sex, reproductive health, infertility. Said the wouldn't say gynecologist or Mojumo Moyano, and no na Dr. Kwame Amponsa. Nyamia ya duma Ghana ni ba. Unse manucho obaya and kasa last week Friday. No, he did mention say to get the residency here obaya and the fellow the colleague doctors say wa homes you masa compare hospital adwuma bi ni jade o na residency ni enya no a bad thing,
especially in your area of specialization.
So it goes back to training the brain.
Yes.
But Dr. Kwame Amponsa say no meye. Na de ni kan wo ye Ghana ni ba na utie me na say utie ma oyere a ese se o ma no ko se on say intina benefo bu baby say kompete du na ma bi eden e bi ka ukọ baby na say unhu Ghana ni bia ho na Ghana ni bia ni ho you feel the odd one out when ntumi nka it takes longer time but on say unhu Ghana ni ano ayeden
oniaka
ono ewrem nti Dr. Kwame Amponsa ehwehwe mu na wakotena New Jersey, New York and okoye adwuma Ohio even Chrome ha before obeba no osi St. Vincent for man big offer sen ko me adwuma St. Vincent nanso ohwe no se da bi esese me ametumi bie me clinic na metumi nya me ame Ghana for na metumi hwe omo na omo ba omo feel comfortable intimi sro ko women's Vernon Women's Health Services we dey yensu ye die ni ma Worcester for ma nyina se dey mosomanya Ghana ni doctor nyame adomo asua nwoma abia ene ono so obetumi aye primary physician and our primary doctor minti bra ne be hu services ni emergency services everything or dedicated and a professionally trained gynecologist our be show ama bibia so tumi akonkan said the mechanic has been working in this field for so many years and therefore has more than enough experience to connect and take care of ni patients in address near 10 Winthrop Street 10 Winthrop Street. Onza ultra SDA4 dan Vernon on Vernon Street ni so a ultra SDA4 dan na baby a ekwan no Winthrop ne Vernon ne dissect no sa Vernon Medical Center na ho no ho na ne office wo ura Vernon Medical Center no mu a ofu elevator na no akọ third floor ni suite yeah onza third near 3
yes
two room na 120 room
so
312 ni suite 312 suite 312 ho na be Dr. Kwame Amponsa bra na onhwe or specialized in women's health with focus on female reproductive system said the mechanic will deal with wide range of issues including pregnancy, childbirth, menstruation, fertility issues, sexually transmitted and infectious diseases, hormones, disorders, and then I said or detect early signs of fibroid, any cancer, breast cancer, near the nano, ukohuna or bow, nabi bianso to me a conkain at the amounti. The Biamekan say not many states, any cities, any nyasa opportunities here Worcester for your one. Tomoma take advantage. Na yenhwe ma bibia nso ntumi nkonkan. Enti Vernon Women's Health Services. Ehun komo for Dr. Kwame Amponsa Nenono Enkasa L508 459 2706 508 459 2706 508 459 2706. Offer also in our Unity Radio. Special treatment awaits you. Eti and also no otayechi na ema yitumi the next segment of the show brewo sanso na Rashida Financial Services enso jumeku a yedi omo nkomo ne aka omo nsem achiro Mama Rash eno ene ni din o se yen kan say all your insurance needs you can trust her since or you're well versed now are being so Rashida Financial Services SEN can say banu say open mortgage protection insurance o pesa uye college planning editor de ma na nkwada ni no mu ko university na college a omo amre ma me so wa amre na ankoye double abra wodru mpani mfie so dia ene Rashida Financial Services and so into me enkasa yenu aba Rashida boy adwuma yie pa enu nti ose ode oba obebo na bibia konkan abusuamu ntie ne Ghana ni ka life insurance te se mea na adwuna kwesi owo so se bibe wu no obi agyemisika da bi enye sa na tie life insurance service no se ne de de ye wo ba kwa ye friend say with living benefit enu nti se wotiasi ahokere ba BBC na uhia mo a utumi bomu busia na enu so ede enu no ni nyina no ene yenu aba Rashida nkasa anane ewo 781-354-3060 781-354-3060 nine no kasa wasisi kasa mu ntutu ye bia uhia mo ade a frɛ no ɔno abɛboa wo onye okapre bakra ɛno nso ɛde ɛno no nti ɛyɛ Rashida Financial Services yɛmfa seda PSC Emma Ralph G Man Driving School ɔsɔfo agyeman ɛyɛ Ghana ni ba da bia meka sɛ wabo adwuma akyɛ sɛ ba no sɛ open driver's license wo krom ha wo yɛ me maame wo yɛ me papa brofo ni nkoye open Ghana ni a wɔde wo kɔ driving school no na ɔde wo kɔ test no na kɔ road tester wo be feel very comfortable there na ɛno no Ralph G Man Driving School wachere driving wo France Germany ena Holland ansa na oba krom ha nti wachere driving no ache na dwuma a waya ache into our experience broni beka experience no ninsa onom he drinks what is here and nti bra sofo agyeman ho no omo a na bibia so ntumi konkan ye ma menum bebre ho a osofo agyeman agye license de ama omo into a see a drew so so bejo de the amount the obeyan so befre no e was 774-329-3271 774-329-327 me ba cho friend akachen say you got to hear of him through Unity Radio because ye na nhehye am be ma special discount sanso na o friend Rashida akachen say o no radio so na ye papa Dr. Kwame Amponsan so sa na Vernon Women's Health Services Dr. Kwame Amponsa de ma me fanto anim se bia wo kroma na oniema enya nwie pe ya wo se bra mo amuni nioma ni nyina wo se mo mra ma no obehwe mo because we are specialized in women's health nti no so any a piece of information I was a medishim at the man what to me aqua share unsu upon dinner bibia conkan a higher Unity Radio 103.9 and then more mudimu awuden na the known ones and the unknown ones ya wishimu na happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear. Happy birthday to
Okay, we are getting into issues dire proso, but before we do that, let Kofi Wayo speaks. Manu chose say the special preference no. Kofi Wayo, Kofi, what's your problem now?
Look here, my friend. Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great-great-grandmother? Yeah, Central. Did she depend on World Bank? Did she depend on Abrofo? She didn't. Right? And you change. Oduman kuma trade on pong. Woso. Tutu tata. You know, baba bibi baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand, you're a traitor to the nation. Go see the council. Go and see the people they got there. Dr. Kwame Naminimshi, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. You know, Evangelist, Bishop, Asorisi Kwana Miria, they are there. You know, they don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building. They can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it. Because I know how to build it.
Okay, Unity Radio 103.9 Opaboso so ena uwe. Manucho Maganda Gaucho Margarita say Kofi Wayo kasasa na ne ho aban no. To person say tie Kofi Wayo one more time. Now for the discussions na sheso ma. Kofi Wayo, wo si Ghana ya da Kofi. Kasa me ntie Kofi.
Look here, my friend. Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great-great-grandmother? Yeah, Central. Did she depend on World Bank? Did she depend on Abrofo? She didn't. Right? And you change. Oduman kuma trade on pong. Woso. Tutu tata. You know, baba bibi baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand, you're a traitor to the nation. Go see the council. Go and see the people they got there. Dr. Kwame Naminimshi, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. You know, Evangelist, Bishop, Asorisi Kwana Miria, they are there. You know, they don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building. They can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it. Because I know how to build it.
Couple of messages and sana ya share as here 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, baby okay start drinking akpete shemsa makai. Mami Aba Nkuma says this country cry the what at all is wrong with our leaders? We move forward a step and then move 2 steps backwards. Don't they know that sports can bring employment to so many people? Mami Abankuma Bisebu and Ramanuchuka say, they know, but they will just not do it. Glory, Manchester United, says Eric. Also, where is Ohin Charles? I think I already read that one. And then Mami Abankuma says, for over 8 months, youth centers have not been completed, and they will campaign with it to ask for more years. Shaking my head. Shaking Yepa. $25 million to bring home a trophy worth $5 million. That budget is ridiculous. Eric says, very mosaic. LOL. Trust Manucho with a tailored words on every issue. Kwesi Owusu says, I salute you guys in the studio. William Opoku says, I am watching you live from Ochirikrum. Opo, let the fire burn. Eric Kwachi Ohene. Eric Kwachi Ohene says, thank you, Manucho. GGMU. Osuya Abankuma Deno, right? Yeah.
Glory Man United. Glory Man United.
Arsenal, you mean that?
Yeah, Arsenal. Gunners. We don't have a song. We are. I mean, we are bourgeoisie. We don't sing. We are aristocrats. We sit at the high table. What could be high table or not?
Blue is the color. Football is the game.
Abidjan Blue. Abidjan Blue. Could you for blue?
I see
sky blue kakra.
Man U will win. I said that Man U will win due to Cavani factor. Okay, Kwesi Usudi, I don't know. And he says we Chelsea lost to sign Cavani. Yep, we didn't sign him. Eric Kwacho, and he says, Upo, I can join your studio panel for the Champions League discussion on Saturday if you will be there. We'll be here on Saturday. Upo, my greetings goes to my boss Manucho, William Opoku, and Christopher Doche says, I'm surely coming to that program. That is where I got my Holy Spirit baptism. Oh, okay. He is real. Yeah. So for Crunchy Ankra, they were real. I diverted to Pentecostal because of him then time, but I'm back to Catholic. But it does not really matter. I'm happy to see him here. Those who have not witnessed his worship and preaching must come. Yep. William Opoku says, Opo, on Saturday night, Chelsea will shock all the City fans and the enemies, especially Madrid fans. Opo, keep it up. Yadasi, Kochu, Poku, Mahala. Yeah, getting into issues and ebedin komo. And China, Dr. Kofi Amwa, issues I bet no. Dr. Kofi Amwa beka se Ghana buying Nanado Danko Kufado, and now buying Omo Bomuka se Ghana is sick and tired of what? Borrowing. Manu Jayas and Nanado catches. Baobai wa Bobu Sacha president bia. Dr. Kofi Amwa beka say said ye Nanado na buying a Bobusiano. Afedi onu usroma Ghana. A very reckless. Na okan sa se mi na inipa bebre ne nya adwen. Omo mutwabo onu twabo no omo ne ya adwen ne ya adwen na nipa baako a wabekasa asese wa magana ene surprisingly when in Peace FM 4 can news no this item was not picked enti omo kan news na obi bisa say what your news ne and text message time no and obi send a message say in fact I had not even looked at the story by then. Yes. And obi because I once I'm sorry on my issues and then I listened to their news and then from between after 9 to 10 and then yeah. And obi sending message say Peace FM for mate say World Bank boss ese Ghana Akufo-Addo busiana na Addo busiana obono too much but maintain ho asemete saying yeah somebody listen to the news say no kre and I say no kre yeah you see that quickly made me go and look out and then I saw said the story is there everywhere.
So they read the story on air. I'm already here, but one comes like they said it's a
man. Tisane common news items.
No, like already text message.
Already text message. So on the crossing or bisa piece if one say no cry.
Is it true? Because in a source of information.
Internet World Bank boss.
Yes.
As seconded Dr. Kofi Amwa some kind. Now World Bank boss backs Dr. Kofi Amwa, tells government to stop excessive borrowing. Yeah, now I'm for say. Criticism na here then you better na criticize there we don't know all but sebi anyway na onim say owura Canada Japan be bo ansuji abodin ansuji abo no wabekasa ono so aba also a soft target na Canada Japan edi besi ni so na I can't even kill a fly ansuji abo replies Canada Japan over Ahmed Swale's murder. Inti ebedi ano so honkomo Martinamidu is envious of Godfred Yebo Adame adumochre wadam for adumochre unsa Martinamidu abetutuja ayampia ne krata no aka nyina he talked about Nanado AUSU double salary at the Stampede NDC MPs and then one issue in the letter me kan ra na me pese be hwe ye o se Nanado instructor then Attorney General say onhwe and I want prosecute MPs na omo double salary no mu no Nanado e kachre Attorney General na ho den time say ma on form kokot inti se Nanado tna was it at Jazeera or CNN say onye corrupt no ye incorruptible na say MPs ni ministers adi esika na de Martinamidu kan ye no kra is Nanado fighting corruption. We'll be coming into that particular story. Entina maybe say double salary asem no eba ya yira at once ayira
it just went in the air without proper conclusions say no credit.
Haruna Idrisu my minority leader in parliament or say Ghana is on the verge of multiple crises under Akufo-Addo. What crisis is he talking about? We'll be diving deep. Late Rollins advised me to leave the NDC. And Rahwana Nene will say in creative fashions be our party no moment. Rollins no more any problem. Brigadier no numensa.
Paul Disoso.
Yeah, or say or man penina that Rollins
advised him to
so
leave.
So free NDC mukran sano.
Wow.
Why? We'll be getting. But I know that chances are Charles Bisu. Who is Charles Bisu? Me share that picky story to ask you.
Former interministerial committee on mining.
Under his tenure, and
yes.
Galamsey.
Well, you tell interministerial
speak.
Yo, you think
now omu Charles Bisu, no?
Yeah,
because I'm bringing you a story.
The first one is that he's a secretary for a MPP in the Western region, Western region MPP secretary, and I saw a presidential staffer.
Okay,
but before then, president and secretary to the IMC ACM. Interministerial committee on mining.
Galamsey, no Dr. Frempong Boateng
no secretary to it. Now and now he expose be on him or fast track it by taking some cash in hands. Yeah.
And the tree na Mami Agnes Boa from
Jessica camera so what Jessica say or boa or facilitate him
or boa nkofo a omo person mo ye Galamsey akire omo ama ekwan a omo befa so omo be ya ye be bo mo ban soldier for be protect be omo be fa omo be koni ade na
omo license ewu nti send be content am omo akoye. That's what he was doing. He was caught on camera or resigning as he said why presidential staffer so
okay.
Jubilee House
and now na meetie Vim lady, and she was saying, "Say, nipa efia pokua. Nipa binu mo hokra mo need right to say mo kasa about Galamsey. You think Charles BC is one of them?
Oh yes.
You think so? Why? Why do you think so?
Because under his tenure and what he did,
excavators,
the
audio that came out,
the audio, the video, and the way the IMC.
Okay, listen to this story. Will you be surprised that Charles BC granted an interview and this is what he had to say?
Tell me.
Top NPP, NDC campaigns frustrating the fight against Galamsey.
I won't be surprised. I'll be surprised with the timing. He had every position then to talk about it, to make his job a fruitful one. But he decided to shut up till that thing happened. And now that you are off the seat, you begin to talk. Sometimes I believe in timing. It still holds water anyway. That's so
okay.
But you're saying but the timing I have a problem with. But I'm not shocked. It's just only
let's start off today's show. But and start show no on today in history.
Which is very important.
Today in history, the
internet and days never
May
forget.
26 I see then and some ben a man penny can and BBC memorable just say
leaves an indelible mark on our head.
Today in history, we will build Ghana like Korea. Guess who said that? Our president Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Exactly 4 years today.
4 years.
Yeah, today in history. In fear 90.
That time he was not.
He was not.
So 5 years. 2016.
Yeah, 2016. Sir.
Yeah. 2016
December.
Yeah,
21. Oh.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
December near 2016. May 26, 2016. Now or prayer conjano. Sema okekanye.
President when he was trying to call the lady, said he would transform Ghana's economy into that of South Korea's. Akufo-Addo, who was at that time the flag bearer of the NPP, said when given the nod, he will rescue Ghana from its economic woes under the then John Mahama led administration. And I'm quoting Nana Addo what he said, and I quote, "We will emulate the success of Korea." End of quote. The president was captured saying. Akufo-Addo said this in response to questions posed by Nana Dr. SKB Asante, Omanhene of Asokore Mampong in the Ashanti region during the 10th anniversary celebration of the passing away of Professor Albert Kwadwo Edu Boahen, the 1992 presidential candidate of the NPP. Nana Addo, the flag bearer of the NPP, reiterated his assurance that Ghana will not be the same as it is today when given the nod as the next president.
Wow.
Today in history. Now omo kai edubuahin finsha da na se ne mem e kan say omo di ne da ade kai the pass ni free na wa free na omo ye bibi dia e de asi ho asen kai dum na Asante your friend say is it Asokore Mampong Asante Mampong Asokore Mampong baby akuma kawo no
yes
ohine no
very close to Ochikrom,
one of the brilliant chiefs Ghana has ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, especially in the Ashanti Kingdom.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. So he no na ko to asase on kruma. Who say ampa he way e bodwa asese me boa no. No ye bibi. Very brilliant king. And I love him for what he does.
Wow,
the friend on Nana Doctor also be a body PhD. Nana Doctor SKB Asante or my hin of Asokore Mampong.
Wow.
Yeah, Nana ne bisa ne sa question.
Yeah.
And I say mumma Nana nom se mo boa na minya akonwa no a me hye mo bo se me Nana do danko akufo adom betena akonwa no so a me overturn Ghana economic woes aho kire ne ohawa any hiani unemployment I will mind him before that is the economic woes of the country. And then me transform Ghana ma Ghana baba to say Korea.
South Korea specific.
Yeah.
Korea there, South Korea.
South Korea.
North Korea,
yeah,
North Korea. PRK. And you see, it sets my mind on fire that before or ascend the throne of presidency of Ghana, the sorts of things that he said and what you are seeing today, what went wrong. Is it that no onimnia ekoso honum and answer says just like a man trying to woo a woman just to get under her skirt. In sema yekika. Sansem ni biana said then because it's so painful that you made you knew you've been in politics for well over 3 decades. As of 1996 in Yano, he was lacking to be president of Ghana. So, and he had a chance to be attorney general. He had a chance to be foreign minister. In that regard, so at least he had a brush with governance before over fighting for winner. Opo 5 years down the line, he's been given a renewed mandate. I mean, maybe I might be wrong. Ghanaians see it differently. That's why they gave him another time. Over America, after 4 years, they felt the man was not moving them in the right direction. They took him off the seat. But Ghana had won another opportunity. But so, judging from what is the happenings in Ghana now, there are 5 pointers Obia Soria or that Soria or Kanwasem, which are getting worse by nature. Getting worse. And I can't takrad. Then people started getting to my inbox and stuff and telling me the realities on the ground. Says, you see, if 5 years ago you mounted the podium and you said, I will transform Ghana to be like South Korea. And I remember one of the debates in Soka said, I will use the ANAS principle to fight corruption. Now we'll share the reverse, the travesty of the whole justice system. Or using it looks like he just said them. He didn't mean them. Maybe it carries us back to a plagiarized speech in Adenko say, you didn't mean them. If they are coming from Obiakana Wokan, quoting background, okay, where can I miss Kebi? Because I believe in the tenets. But to make it sound like my words when they were not my words, I think that is where it is taking us. Now, they do maybe, you see, we as a country, where I agree with people that maybe devoid of insults, let's tackle the issues and discuss them and put their own marking scheme before them. They become say you can. We are causing we are no our mark on. Say why and ubenya saying before the lecturer does it or she no deserve of the amount. When deserve say why you serious because at least you set there what we are seeing for you to get an A. Now unfortunately for governance and put the one work can obey. Unemployment is still a major issue in Ghana. 5 years down the line, it's getting worse. People aren't getting jobs to do. Power issues, is that worse? A whole market was relocated without giving them power. Knowing very well that in Kofo tailors they need power. But the power situation in Ghana, you ask yourself that most of the light is for residential and light duty jobs in Ghana. And no crying to me sustain. So how can we even industrialize? Since I could see company in Ghana and I say me here power to turn the machines on and off. How will it even work? Water issues. Galamsey has also taken a center stage. The educational system has its own fair share of the issues. And I think if 5 years ago you said you are transforming Ghana to be like South Korea, go to Korea today and go to Ghana. Our issues
hasn't it been transformed?
Ghana is worse off. Ghana has been worse off 5 years ago. I mean,
how?
Without missing worse. And I mentioned, she said, I've been to get drinking water and cry. Fine. There was Doomso. I agree. There was Doomso, which was a major issue which lingered for more than 2 years. They said they were solving it. People listened to commentaries that Mahama solved it before he left, but I only testified to what I saw. I saw a very good stable power situation after 2016. maybe around June or this and that abakrapa. It took a long time, but we've gotten to the point that it's just back. I have learned friends who have some special affinity for the government, but now they are writing. They are forced to write because you can't still be like an ostrich and bury your head in the sand and think that nobody is seeing your under. It becomes your own future generation that was sacrificing on your own kids will not get opportunities to get even the education that you enjoyed and all the way. Why a big man be able to be able to make a sebino? That is how worse it is going. So to read some of these things, someone say, why are we doing this to ourselves? Say, politician, once you want the power, and the same thing will happen. I saw the manifesto that NDC brought, and I love one part where you hold ex-president Mahama to it. You had the conviction that the nursing training colleges near the end, they don't need the loans again. It has defeated its purpose. In the past, people did not want to enter that area of study, and I will introduce you some of these things. At least that's what we were made to know. Maybe I stand to be corrected. You get people say no, but that's what the when I was younger, I had grown up siblings near there, and also family we are no more commander training colleges near there. And why did they choose there? Because I just said no, make up poleno scale ni fiint, my menko training college, many allowances kakra nam they are sustaining me home, me we my essay. So there was that attraction to go to training colleges because people were not patronizing. Now a quota system to say, okay, commander bet me for only 40, you to me for more than 40 because you have to pay them allowances. Then you had a mind that may you quota system if you want, but I will take the way off. That was your policy. You believe solely in it. You even said that I'll put my presidency on the line if that is what will cost me. 4 years down the line, I will pay position. I will restore it. I don't know. I can say you've lost it. You should be firm. Our leaders are not firm. And the last and the struggle for power, there were a lot of lofty, heavy promises which has not even seen the light of day. That you transform Ghana to be like Korea. I mean, that's a bold statement that takes a lot of revolving mind to really get some of these things done. But you just said them beautifully. What can may say, may presidency better so may I say, and then we show in sometimes I wonder how leaders are able to mount to make some of to talk because so one can say somehow okay kind now we share ni CCC na hey. Sometimes I say our president is a bold one. He's very bold because some of us our convictions are away and to me. Say in so pictures in the bechawa and you see sometimes and you know I agree where people say that you are trying to find some respite for him and as you say we and you know I don't think the president left the comforts of Accra went to say she be so to go and destroy a water body and went back to Accra and you know but you told me one very interesting thing that Massa, you don't control 90% or 10% of the things that happen to you. No, you don't control how much. You control only 90%. You don't control 90% of the 10% happens. Yes. 90 how we react. How we react to them. It's in Kofa Kodi sa nyambransem we ne so na say. You know say excavators na dia yira. As a leader, what do you do? Jumbo do not tell burning the excavator is a temporary measure. What I call goodwill. Goodwill, no. Ghana, your problem here giving goodwill when people don't deserve it. Before I so, manicho no why they mistake into it's not that it's a bad dude, but why into the infant channel. That is what we call the goodwill that I be that. But the situation that we are in now, no. Say somebody feels that the best way for a government, a leader, to solve a galamsey issue is to be burning excavators. That is the best way. You see, so I agree. You see, first because but there are smacks of weak leadership. Say yes, easy excavator could see police station. Now within 2 days, to me bush one. Then what sort of leader are you? Targeting soft target. Or being kokan ya ni anko chenuntum. Yes, there's a huge movement that some people are becoming too powerful. People are watching or listening to them too much. So what do? Let's find a way to concentrate on the negatives and bring them down. so that if nobody is talking, we have a field day. To a typical politician, said the substances have now been left off the hook, but in seminar, SSS be and then that's the main thing. Because what you change say Ghana naka obi kase in so na say ni de yemboa yen adopo yesterday I had to do some beautiful research. Someone was telling me, and even A+ had to also add to it, that the lands, most of the lands belong to maybe the chiefs. They have two lands, your government's lands, but before your Minerals Commission will give you that, we say go and mine, you have to own the land. The chief must give you the land. Say okay, me pesa 10 acres we might say gold was only identity me here nam dey akwa way. Once you get it, say the Minerals Commission more prospecting license, go and prospect for the gold.
The gold, yeah.
But more prospecting na at least say we sample kakra offer sample no test no we say okay viable intimate me aye. But more prospecting licenses na nam dey akwa galamsey no. You see, the whole system is now in a confused system. The Minerals Commission is also trying to exonerate itself. That is how the system works. They've been working like this for the past 20-30 years. Minerals Commission mom license. Minerals Commission mom license.
Because
Minerals Commission mom license. But the point here is that mining in Ghana, the president or the leadership in Ghana, we've signed a contract that no government should not be involved in direct gold extraction in Ghana and minerals extraction in Ghana. The government will only take a certain percentage from you. Government is just from your hand. But how do you go about it? Opo, you have two young brilliant dudes. You say you bet a gold business for Ghana. So where do you start from? You have to say Buankra one gold or honor. You go on here and 20 acres of land. Say one of the better time gold was so there. Assassinated their gold that belongs to Ghana government. Near Minerals Commission to say, this is an area here where you pay quite prospecting or honor. No more license. Would you know the question now the year galamsey? I'm license me prospecting and assuming to and can we prospecting you na say viable, then we can introduce the other areas to you. Say be a fire service ni yipi any idea nyina fine maybe start and wonya bi. So I think that the whole system is a failed system na yenya. Bankebe ni here opo. After Obama came to say, China face the country, I'm saying, time Obama back in 2008, that Africa or Ghana doesn't need strong men, but we need stronger institutions. You know, is it not the same as fixing your country? Taking all the debt of your country, that say Obi a police station, it should be a revered place. Kroma won't call police station say I'm going to show money and I'm going to throw my weight about. See, I can say building way. You see, Kroma and Mabana say Obi driver crana so who say trooper in a chair and machine. Then he begins to even get confused. First time because the little errors you make, you have a long way. So when you be they expect you to be in line. You understand? But here at the end of the day, you come and tell Ghanaians that I will make Ghana look like Korea. 5 years down the line, Ghana is worse than Korea. Okay. What do we have? What do we have to show? 5 years down the line.
We have you and me to show. Unity Radio 103.9. So that can say that ma Danko African Market. So upe ahahama anum na watumi akebo ohun ahwe ohun ye. Me pacho African Market. African Market. Don't get me wrong. Bibia upe Ghana aduane bayere banchi body bibia dokono everything is there. Baya na no African Market bia obi. The ma Danko African Market ye unique in say Kankaleba hama if you could divide 2 fever, 2 manager friends blood pressure. Oba o menstruate here go through pains me pacho bra 785 Main Street now ba Danko African Marketer na wape a friend Kankaleba anase bitterwood boa yi pa we ye ade ayaya no capsules anase ayaya no aibio pure hama wa na obeje na wakono awofi na wanom eboa yi pa ye nananom ewo nipa edijaen ya hwe so yenti ene ye bre enti bra Danko African Market 785 Main Street na ebeje udi nuane no on se hwe car look at how on se hwe mame for hwe se de car o car oil change meboa
yes oil change maintenance.
Yeah, mileage.
Yes.
Say car no yes per oil change it 5,000 miles.
Yeah, come
and
and change
say it 1,000 and now whatever per you know near the amount. Yeah, the amount we are oba no abesisa no. Sana ni party. As I said, the waste in you should get out. Whichever way. Intina ya na eche say momi yempen hahamani nunsini nom. Ene new danko adawruma ye maame no ono akoye ni container to nya daje bi bia ope bia bobolo
yes Kenyan tea
ya na ho adi
exactly chapo
ya de babo
ya kuta fish ya ewadwane I mean he has shea butter your honey Cote d'Ivoire honey, Guinea honey, yes, Liberian put dear. Oba honoma ya emporium for you. Anything Liberia, South Africa, Kenya, East Africa, Nigeria,
Amala,
Guinea, Amala, Upa every cassava leaves. Anything. Your bobolo honmo.
No bobolo no cassava leaves.
I'm doing
cassava leaves. No
cassava leaves are different bobolo.
Bobolo,
yeah. Inti a check. Ope a check. Yeah, you crum could be the a check here.
Bobolo, cassava leaves.
Okay.
Cassava paste.
Okay. Yeah. Inti anything African market, food, any herbal way and share that what to know how they could
Bema Urefi.
Yeah.
Bema. Why wouldn't they make it? But all cars in Manucho Sibra. And only your unofficial.
Exactly.
I don't know by in chambers.
Who calls I'm a man? Manicho said I should come here. Okasa no Bema you need one draw near the name. Wow. Sometimes you no munyin check. And even at 90 near the end, you don't hear some of these modern day diseases near the even our pollens near the end now. Why? Said system send you have to keep to your African tradition. But you need your name so about America. He's also treating you like still an African or a Ghanaian.
Of course.
So it's a don't be bell on all the young here. Massa, don't lose guard.
Okay.
Don't lose guard.
Don't lose guard. 785 Main Street. Ahona Abunya, Danko African Market and Wholesale. Kankaleba. Odoko aso pe Kankaleba. Obenye biato. Omunyina da Romani Edijmedi Bremo. Manucho quickly top MPP NDC campaigns frustrating the fight against Galamsey. Charles B, you say so?
It's interesting. I mean, coming from him.
And an Indina story. When I saw the story, I'm like, really? Charles Bisu etimenya kukudu kasadia. Na just
you see,
on the Vim lady na kasai.
Yeah, I think a better lead than ever because you had a very certain committee way because we wanted them to fight this canker for us. That is why it's interministerial. You had a police soldiers. Yes.
By 5 years time, it should be another on ye. Maybe I'm a sim there called London, River Thames. It took them about 25 years and Sana, old to be one. And those I want to transport tourists called Katsaun as it. And he said, what's the problem? I ain't in Nara, no idea, Yakabu. But as an area, Ebia Wankasa, and Galamsey as I'm so MPP there. Political parties in and as I'm saying, only politics. Not I name for Kuno doing the Skibidahua or do Ukutu into unshare political party. Galamsey worked the bad drugs, one way drugs. It is so once good mission from Rokutu. So a bone a hot penny bone day, MPP and this you are bomba, worry you, human or just them President Tory and Minister for so Abujina Paul, your Bobo Nabado, momentum no room no ye papa. The monitoring I don't consistent. Let's go because as an aya near young for Nankasaka Onabu Kennedy Japan K my brother Yamaka. One now why a human Nankasa one apple or counselor my can every be a victim to it. Ninjo Bianiska. But obi too ba no this guy can say the bank quantum KB. I'm Pena no wide was sabotage. And see, which is the man paying baby on that. We momentum nana, Mr. Ode Yagada.
Okay, Charles Bisu in an interview with a Fiapukia Vim lady. I see Obi Disika Beda, 1 penny and now sabotage.
I mean, sometimes when you hear these things, you are like, so is that what he's saying happened to him?
And yeah, on a nice video, but I'm saying
like generally, some person
say
his experience with them. They said they will come and woo you with money if you don't accept.
And then they sabotage. They go and tell president, "Oh,
yeah, but
what to say."
Some also collected the money. We saw them on camera. Saw more JC. They didn't say, "Oh, no. Roman, they give to a day. They try to let you avoid it."
My thoughts and my questions were, okay, is he not the same person? Or Dr. Frimpong Boateng were caught on tape?
Yes.
Excavators now.
You see, especially against the backdrop that why are you telling us the story now? Say Abronyana Kennedy Kaino no but you see, the reason why is then he's a failed person. You see, because he's more of a friend to me in the I think no, because I remember I told you a beautiful story yesterday. You see, but the issue is that time in now they can. It even takes something of you were made a leader of an association to fight this problem,
this menace.
So do they accept that they failed? Then it's as good as
more or less, because he's now commending, say the new approach from the president is better.
And you see, I was loving a story till and you said that MPP and NDC. The point is that
both.
You see, because he wants to neutralize it and make it murky, then we throw it out of discussion. Because the point is that say NDC for YB, 9 people for so you have the power, you have the will, you have you have all the impetus.
But I think the Galamsey thing, the NPP for
no, I'm not worried about when NPP for. I'm worried about who can curb it.
Yeah.
And yes, it even leaves the realms of I have a problem with MPP because they are in power.
Yeah.
And they have the
more power now, so so
say leadership wants to sanitize the system, and they can. Unless if the leader is not willing in a better way, because at the end of the day,
analyzing in context, who can sabotage Charles Bisu? He should be MPP for
exactly. But the emphasis will be able to
MPP for more power.
They will get closer to
Akufo-Addo and
yeah, and we all know the sorts of things that happened over there. So at the end of the day, it was meant to fight a system, but it was rather seen as a money-making venture. That is, those are the, because we most kind of JP. That is the mistake. That is what really happened. So maybe the say, let's leave the realms of one NDC and SMPP. One able to me fighting for it. Assume without admitting the NDC for it. It's in Ghana for is your movie one. Galamsey was there, and it was even. I remember Obuase that he went to speak. Akufo-Addo kokasai ina your mama no see oba obetwa mu ne ade be a big issue in Ghana. Man say, I put my presidency on the line now. So the point here is that baby you do know we are not interested in who is doing it, whether Osha MPP or NDC colors. He said one thing
because we know for sure now that the big guns are doing
it all over. NDC also build your more because at the end of the day
they need money too.
Nobody is born with a party colors around the neck. People make decisions. People are switched. But here, tackle from that political angle, and then we lose the fight. When we have to tackle it now and say, Massa, what is the thing doing? I said drug addiction. What work I say? People will go through at the eye of a needle just to get access to that gold down there. But the issue is that you, as the leaders, what do? You prevent them. There are places in this country, mining forest, but the rules of engagement are that
you cannot.
Once you try and you are caught. I mean, they have things that felony, misdemeanor, say. The rules are there. 50 states, but one federal law. And close to the way. Into at this moment, and trying to say that exonerate fighting. At the end of the day, the military has been the head of the military is the president, the head of the police is the vice president. So these are people who can help fight it. This can in the country. It's my problem with him that I get a bit worried and sad is that why are you telling these things? For these reasons you went there to fail. IMCM, when my president says Sifun, but where I blame the president too is that after all they did, you still find ways to put them in closer to you. Is this saying that they did nothing wrong?
In relation to Galamsey, because it's Charles Bisu, let's look at all other related stories. Ben Galamsey, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, has spoken today. And this is what the President said. Go to court Akufo-Addo tells persons against burning of excavators in Galamsey fight. Now, President Akufo-Addo has spoken for the first time on the burning of excavators that were seized from mining sites. He said the move by his government is the most effective, as it will cause a robust end to the illegalities, calling on those who disagree with his approach to go to court. He added that the use of chamfans on our water bodies are equally illegal and should be discouraged. Manicho.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The president didn't mince words. I say go to court.
If you feel that you've been slighted, go to court. I mean, that's the only legal way.
I know. Let me quote him directly. I say I know there are some who believe that the ongoing exercise of ridding our water bodies and forest zones of harmful equipment and machinery is unlawful and in some cases harsh. I strongly disagree, and I would advise those who take a contrary view to go to court to vindicate their position if they so wish. That is what the rule of the law it's all about. The Ghana law reports of modern times are littered with cases in which my clients thought it necessary to challenge government action. On the majority of occasions, the courts upheld my contentions. In a few others, they did not. So if you disagree with me, go to court.
Yes, I mean that's the best the president can say, because I didn't say we. Okay, say sorry. Mubaka say it's not enough. So they are bad. None of them in a war situation.
The president explained further that any person who without a valid license conveys any equipment into a piece of land purportedly to conduct activities for the search, recognizance, prospecting, exploration, or mining of a mineral commits a grievous crime against the law. Indeed, a person in possession of a valid license but undertakes mining in water bodies or mines unlawfully in protected forest zones also commits an illegality. Apart from criminal violations of Article 703, the activities of such persons desecrate our environment, pollute our water bodies, and endanger the lives of present and future generations of Ghanaians. They are monumental crimes which should not be condoned in any shape or form.
I
explicit from the president, His Excellency,
which is good. I mean, it's time people expect him to speak,
and he has spoken.
Yes, or can he say? So I think then all and sundry should take a cue from it that the president is not missing words. He knows that, Massa.
It's excavators no because because when him say no kwani the way bet me solve a problem. If you disagree, go to court.
Exactly. You see, he's been given the mandate. He's been given the mandate as the president of Ghana. Say and he's chosen that path, which nobody is against it. And at the end of the day, we will disagree, but he has the willpower to do some of these things, and nobody can really hold him to it. The issue here is that, and I like the go to court factor too, because at the end of the day, maybe he believes that some people genuinely have a case, and the only way you can discuss it is to go to court.
You give people options.
Exactly, and put a judge or competent jurisdiction to look into your case. Every case will be fought on its own merit. There's no way that no, they can never be the same.
Judgment date of 15 minutes.
Exactly.
before.
In time, I say, this thorough discussion. The more I'm reading around and listening, nobody say, no, I'm a prospecting license. Nobody mine and which is wrong. Prospect to amona baako bi na wa ya na drill holes na wa sink holes na we you kakra bi na wa hwe se beboa because when they are doing prospecting exploration they don't touch the whole forest, but so be galamsey ni there you have to remove all the
reserved bodies, forest or rivers.
Exactly, all those rules are there. That's maybe 100 miles away from a river body, because there e be di diabansu no by bet check, or it might not get there. The point is that every galamsey activity, there is a con to it. That BBC there is that level of way. So at this point in time, all he can tell you is that the more you look at it, the more you can't blame anybody, because it should be suicidal to think that Minerals Commission, because their job is to give licenses for people to go and mine. Unless one time they shouldn't give any license, then what is their usefulness there? I say back room, I say I'm back. But still, embassy is one man I don't know what Ghana na and go for America Ghana but say visa. Because at the end of the day, their job is to give the visas. And based on what everybody will be seen on its own merits. In the Minerals Commission, their job is to look into your documents and give you a license to go and mine. But the truth is that some people take the license and they don't go and use it for its intended purposes. And they end up making it look like more license. Which are Minerals Commission does this, and we don't have time to take the license, read what the final details that Minerals Commission are out there. But yours is to go and do exploration. Exploration there, go to 1 or 2 boreholes there, take a sample, go and test. When you come back and let's have a discussion. Okay, can you do do you have enough that you have more license? People have violated all these things. And in the end of the day, the government needs to suffer. Say, hey, we are president, so Minerals Commission. So what do? The approach is that let's seize them, do the right thing. You seize the and so you find ways to make that one a course idea. So the third one is that okay, let's destroy it. You destroy you deter people from doing it. The next moment, what you destroy there illegally, you've been given a small scale mining license. Now we mine it. Machine. It is not good. You and I agree that it is not the best of good. It is not good. So at the end of the day, that is what we are discussing here. That a problem. Talk to your lawyers, file a case against the state. Once you win, they will give you your money.
Okay. So you're okay with the president coming out to speak?
That's the best way you can say. He's not saying he cannot say Yashebi, everybody can GTH. At the end of the day, Yashebi, those who genuinely were bent without proper favor, go to court. Once we lose as a country, we will pay you. Okay. And don't go to the court of public opinion now. Now we say it doesn't work. We are not doing emotional work over here. What must really happen is that gather your documents and papers and take a very good lawyer, get to the court, fight on your behalf. And I think the judges have been told, judge not to unless they are prejudiced, which I will be so a judge, I shouldn't no. Listen to the person's case, which I believe is their job. I don't think any judge there he's there on merit. Until to be judged, and I believe people will win their cases, some will lose their cases, then Ghana moves on stronger.
Unity Radio 103.9. Brigadier General Nunu Mensa aka sembi na no na me pese o hwe quickly ma me move on ko hwe World Bank nsensem no World Bank boss asema o ka se Ghana ye bobusia recklessly na Brigadier Nunu Mensa asema o kan say so kai o mampani Dada Rollins manujo so kind of also catch and say free NDC mu. Late Rollins advised me to leave the NDC. Now the reasons no in the story na say or say according to him he felt both NPP and the NDC were going to lead Ghana into oblivion.
Yeah,
oblivion. And I was trying to make a strong point by joining GUM. The politician who believes both NPP and NDC will not achieve anything for Ghana said, and I quote him, "The late President Rollins encouraged me to leave the NDC and join GUM. I told him the two parties will achieve nothing for Ghana. Rollins himself felt he risked his life for the country and still achieved nothing." He told Samuel Eshon on TV Ghana Fact Sheet Show. He believes the Ghanaian political system is currently rotten than it was before the June 4th revolution, and insists the lack of courage is sinking Ghana. I once gave a boisterous speech at the NDC's anniversary in the presence of the late President Rollins and John Mahama and condemned the June 4th revolution, saying we achieved nothing. I don't fear to speak the truth, and because we lack the courage to speak the truth, Ghana is going down. I've been around for over 80 years, and this is what I have seen. Didn't I pick his story we know? Brigadier Nyini. He's seen all generations of presidents.
Yes.
Now, so on your man Dada Rollins, Rollins say, I've no Ukraine who said the Intia or June 4th uprising. Man, I will phone in Nipa so far. Yeah, boy, man for ma who sika more than 50 cedis. Na ya cho near day because he wanted equity,
clean the system.
Equity,
equity,
and equality.
Yes.
Say manucho nkwanye sika bebre na here upon nationality. Let's share your resources. Said yeah, mine no.
Be okay.
Be okay.
But that's a communist mind. It's
I mean, then was that the time. And corruption, he felt
corruption fine.
Yeah, corruption so was on the high. But almost ni na almost sisi no. Otena si din oni man panin da din komo no ka say ohwe MPP eni NDC a wabregu. But ayentia no fight sambe edigana ko democracy ni ade no. He deliberately told him say he felt he achieved nothing.
Yes.
Is that where Ghana is now?
It's interesting to listen from
and so he's not just saying say, oh, me free NDC because NDC policies in here and NDC here bonsam for and NDC here party and here. No, he's saying both NDC and MPP. They have nothing to offer the country. And Tina Mani Jaya Oko Gum because he felt also a Gumni.
Yeah.
They say he's in Gum. And he felt to say we needed something different from what we know, the MPP, the NDC. We buy no. And then let me link this to this story. So the Abaya neighbor moving time kakra to Martinami and I separate no.
Yeah, separate.
Okay. Okay, just look holistically at this story.
Yeah, you see for a good
that's
reason,
about 5 minutes.
For a good reason, I want to leave the messenger and tackle the issue because once you bring the messenger in, it makes it murky.
Yeah,
it spoils the whole suit because this someone less than a decade ago he was saying if the kitchen is hot, get out. Yeah, get out. You can take a passport and go and stay in Togo because these were the very things Ghanaians were complaining about. But because they were in position, why he might be 80 years, but we also have a little memory we can't forget. If maybe the Daroches and co were alive and telling us this, then you will listen with another open ears.
Yep.
Even cocked ears. I mean, but once it's coming from someone like him, I will consider the substance that. But you see, to use words like Ghana is worse off than before the June 4th revolution. I think it was a huge one. He should have avoided it. You don't say that as a former brigadier general. Okasana na ayese nti obese okasaying say Ghana
the who shaman for man
say ye worse than that nti then yensan ko ebiom na fan clean and said then.
No, he's trying to. I don't think that's what he means. He's trying
I get
to
you.
say,
I'm only trying to
no, you are trying to. I understand.
He can avoid to say it's worse than because that time in Ghana we any mobile phone. We had our own fair share of issues. But the truth is that no, but Ghana didn't say anything. I can't be convinced that 83 no Ghana better worse than 83 come near the everybody.
But 83 is na ya ho chire na na ya 83 measure Ghana dia and the Dominic brigade ya you know.
Say no
na wa kwa ho chire mu dada 83 na wa hu sai koma don crofo e jashisha ne ade e buy maduane ni o ne ade. Now what Ghana for buy? Yeah. Now what's now why 83 then they also like say kura dey kakra 83. Not just say mobo.
I get you, but you know why sometimes I've listened to
and just like you said, it before 83 so nimdie bebre aba.
Yes. A lot of knowledge.
GMO kura na okay.
Yeah.
And then your genetic way you did nuane, you did dual crops near the first ni be one way ni ade
less than 3 months.
With all these technological advancements and knowledge availability, that's a sign the 83 compare na the amount then we haven't moved even a step.
And I agree. You see
na Abakuba
Nkuma.
Oh, Eka say you take you one step forward, near take you two steps backwards.
I say Krobia minimum mwasa. Opo agree but e Krobia minimum mwasa. Omko mo nim back no mo boy chinti ombe wie no. Now I saw them 50 meters and no more 50 meters behind them rather than going forward, but it was a beautiful dance anyway. You see, the truth is that upon me
Anna Royal Bar Studio has a fasting crown no aseno. I'm generalizing. I'm talking about
fasting. Papa, I think
what I'm going to do is beginning June 1st. I'll take the kitchen out.
Take the kitchen to
no, I'll close the kitchen when we are on air. Informal discussion. I'll close the kitchen. I say many studio manager kasa.
No problem. No problem.
Your point show we are.
But Royal there, I mean, she's more of a big sister, a mother to me. And inside and come one.
Yeah, man, move on.
Yeah. And yes, Anka. And I say,
you know who is listening to you this morning that you are making these comments?
Mr. Royal is a big sister.
You know who is listening to you?
Who is listening to me?
Royal down for piety.
na say me say Royal's my big sister.
Emma Royal Nkonya ntokwa bia.
I understand.
Na Royal nenye.
Na said the one listen to me knows that Royal is a big sister. Waka chance wa monitor him say me and the hwe so no so aka wie.
Okay, trust.
Among them was send no message.
Yenfa brigade, all brigadier storm.
I've not even started Opo because the truth is that Mitie brigadier I say you listen to a show maybe a Kujeta Blackwa and a grown person no more arguments now Kujeta Blackwa has to defend the essence of Rollins now brigadier where we are today is because of the mistakes some of you also did about 50 years ago 64 years near Ghana yanko enim no 2 years yan yanko enim so many years near Kasa near Korea Malaysia they come to ask for oil palm education from us no were they not there. And your man over the years they never they share any cocoa. There's been a brilliant. I can confidently tell you that 20 years from now, China will be a large exporter of cocoa.
No. I call party me and some
yes.
Or for MPP. I know defective by NDC. I know for NDC. And I also Kogum.
And the way you know about Sum. I don't got Sum. The Metisum behind us. If we go and Uncle Doom now, go Sum to. So the
campaign manager for Nanado. In his bid for nomination as the party's candidate for the Ghanaian presidential election in 1998. On a campaign manager, Manado.
So it tells you that he himself maybe either he has no roots or he's easily swayed or he becomes he's fussy. I mean, these are the things that happen to you because you should believe in a tenet and work to make it work. There's a movie. That's why the next time I'm going to soon. But you see, my point here is that the things that he's saying and start here over the years. I think the problems you're encountering today is because 30-40 years ago we did not take the right decisions. Because Obika Chem said Malaysia were worse off than us. Opo, how come you are here and they are there? Are you telling me that the past 2-3 years in Ghana besa? Cocoa asema yeka say omomuni mide cocoa no. Sisi omo China. Yeah. They are being paid 1,500, 1,600 a month to teach them how to do your cocoa, and those same Chinese people are in Ghana. And
are we also saying these people made some mistakes and we don't have to correct them? And
we have to, but they don't have to talk like they are angels or
they are not part of the problem.
Yes or no. Sisia, Ghana is worse off and Rollins is not happy and blah blah blah. Rollins so chair and most of our gains or our backwardness today, Rollins is part of the story. I want to tell me that if China say Chema Mao, you bought Chema Mao dinya, you bought Krobia went through a revolution, even France.
Yeah.
Tiananmen Square near there yet in Nano. But after the revolution, they took the right structures in place and they became better. We didn't do the right things. We still gave power to a few smart people.
Is that not what he is trying to put
tell us? Yes.
Maybe okay.
Yes.
We made some mistakes, but we wanted to create a new system for the country, which was the main motive of Rollins' revolution in 82. We did.
81,
81, yeah. We did, and then because on 82 no joining position PNDC. We did, but we felt like okay, now let's move to democracy. Maybe these things gradually will take us there. But Roma realized after going into democracy, military regime no crank.
Now, democracy is pseudo democracy because Rollins ceded all the power to him. You see, so sometimes Rollins I like him. Say me Rollins as me way Kennedy Japan. I like his charisma. I like people with charisma. People who are smart, who can convince you to follow them without blinking. That is what Rollins has. He has aura. Rollins to the core.
I don't fear to speak the truth. And because we lack the courage to speak the truth, Ghana is going down. I've been around for over 80 years, and this is what I've seen.
Opo, any advanced liberal democracy, the president does not give 6,000 positions. It doesn't make sense to me. Say your presidency, Rollins ceded. So guys, Rollins diawa. Young guys, I am not Muslim. Uncle Rollins, so I say Opo, we wait to implement it because Rollins is so dia. He is part of the 99 problems in Ghana. If not just one, because that is the system that we've come to see. That President Bia Bank, Kenya reforms, they be a while must be say the constitution, because you've ceded so much power to the president that he's not ready to see some of the power off.
But Manucho no na dana make a say then it's very close to being autocratic president.
Oh yes,
because all the power is
resides in the presidency.
Which in natural sense, if the president has the goodwill to make the country better,
it should be.
They could. So I think this man is making a point here. Yeah. Even if you feel they yielded all the power to themselves, okay, to say America, Joe Biden say, okay, states don't cut federal what unemployment, and then the other states, the state be cutting.
Yes.
Republican-run states, they are cutting the federal because almost feel say they don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Jobs are on the market now, and people, so other states are cutting it. Even Massachusetts, regular unemployment and almost because they feel say economy it's booming, jobs are back and everything. Sometimes Biden wants this to go on, but the states will say only way through. But Ghana the idea said they will can. Nka 2 million inti onye ni say bia successively there's no alert here down because the law backs them to be very strong and do rightful things to make the country work.
I agree with you perfectly. And also on the downsides and the positives.
Yeah.
That the positives are that you always have your will. So what willpower no kwande what kind of you don't need a lot of stress to really get things done. But the other side too is that if you don't have the willpower to do it now, everything also is as a standstill. And if you are weak, everything else doesn't go on.
Yeah.
But America no, on my system they say that the president if even they take somebody who is not too good, who doesn't have a very good mind in power, the country will still run because he doesn't have all the powers or any limitations. But then there are no limitations.
System
even this in or takes if you be when the president in
system yes,
as
system
the systems work.
Hey, and a glass in Kwan.
Oh yes, oh
no. And I did take time to Kofi TV interview as for in North America.
Yes.
Time show ya.
Na pese me unse nkobo so gbeche, we also positives about it.
Yeah, they said they want the guy here in New York. The Ohina Cracker say or person no adene ko Ghana ko tun for ko patch man and all that. And but anyway, what the point can say. I listen to Jonah make back to the na make at say.
Yes.
No did attempt. Yeah, in fact, he did speak against the tune for. But I'm running video here, 40-something minutes. No, I took time. I call Colombia for us to view on the idea. Almost go nyare. I'm running video necessary. I feel now for tested in that. I'm almost nyare was aquanic catcher because aquano almost a facial lady.
Yeah, I'm
yeah, you don't shower. You didn't shower. Now on one video no more say aquano where Jimmy and so excuse me.
Oh yeah, let's have fun.
But the point is, he went to a point of Avedo say Asante Hene back and into honor on Kasenti Asante Hene cross supporting Asante Hene na regional minister ne Abugina Pomo eko kan no na wa wo say on Asante Hene Hene nketo anu no odi o matem undi Asante na tem na wa wo say odi na tem. Go back and listen to the video.
But I
feel your say about did o Kaseti Asante Hene cause omo enra Ghana homepage TV brought that video na make us say hono when omo kate hono a boy baby na make us enko ye wie na obi kura testing na o say dey ka say mama me di na tem bi kura kan.
Unfortunately he couldn't separate the Kings and Otumfo because start video say Otumfo Otumfo na na ka Otumfo ayade pa no ka say na hemfo no omo tin ye. I've listened to I've listened to others who said that. But at the end of the day, once Ghanaians say we did the attempt, he should accept and go and apologize.
But people said,
I wish people could cut say, and
then come a person send the boy. Ghana homepage 4 page now.
Yes, people have dead people that 20 seconds. Otumfo is this or that.
Kofi Kra boy, Kofi TV so boy.
Yes, Otumfo
Asante Hene versus Uko Facebook name Uko Omaya Asante Hene versus Chini Jonas.
So what did you really say? Otumfo?
No, I'm fine too. Yeah.
No, not debate. I want to know. Everybody wants to know.
Go back to that.
Yes, for me, Brigadier Mason, I think you see, I clear. When you are off power, you see differently. Why some of us feel that sometimes jokingly I say the status quo should remain because it looks like when people are off opposition, they have a way of making it work. I think he said the right things that you know what. Ghana as a country, we should start thinking right. Say, Massa, we are a failed state, and the very tenets of the revolutionary idea have been brought back to zero. Ghana is not moving in any positive direction. There are no positives to pick out of Ghana.
Meno can say
yes.
Chini Jonas, a sister. Chini Jonas, ne sister, a live video. And also say Chini Jonas' elder sister fires on chief who cursed his brother. Don't also fight it back.
Yes.
Chini Jonas' sister and so a live video.
Oh yeah, I think I watched a bit of on the wire check. I watched a bit of it before coming. He said, in principle now, no, I think I agree to what he's saying, but unfortunately, coming from him as Brigadier Mensah, who some few years ago, people were crying the same day, and you said the kitchen is hot, get out of Ghana near the end. I don't think he has that moral right to be saying some of these things. Besides, if you've been around for 80 years, then the onus lies on you to know that you failed Ghana more than me, half of your age. Because how will it work? You've been around for 80 years and counting, and we are saying Ghana has failed. So how do you blame 25-year-old kids today? I mean, that's the problem I have with the whole system. But it takes nothing away that these are learned men. He's a brigadier of the armed forces. It takes a lot of Nimdia to get there. It takes a lot of effort. So he been there.
I like that. A lot of Nimdia to get there.
Yeah, a lot of knowledge and effort to really get there.
Jeremiah and Junior Pinso say, Daddy, I want insure.
Exactly. So for me, it's good we are telling ourselves this, that party politics is failing us, and we need to see beyond it.
Unity Radio 1039, Danko African Market and Wholesale, KM Raf Roofing, Rashida Financial Services, Raf G-Man Driving School, Asada PSC Kwadiama, Vernon Women's Health Services, Dr. Kwame Amponsa, Edda Ano, Omunina Daruma, and Edi Jumedi, bro. You move on. Haruna Idrisu says Ghana on the verge of multiple crises under President Akufo-Addo. And then Matanamidu also alleges that Akufo-Addo told Manujo making Kaimi and Sambum.
Yes.
Yeah, because the time Nico is a unya time and share.
Yes.
The other issues. Haruna Idrisu there no. Let's look at that one quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
Haruna Idrisu say Ghana on the verge. Now, Haruna Idrisu has passed a damning verdict on Akufo-Addo's administration. Haruna says the government has not handled the economic issues effectively. He also criticized the decision to set up a new national bank.
The bank issue, the more you listen, Yakoba will send $170 million to come and set up a new.
Okay, Mamin Kotunu Kakram by Muma. The Tamale South MP said the issues of economy got to do with lack of discipline on the part of government, which he claims have been earmarked on profligate spending. Nanado quote, I'm quoting him. Nanado Dankwa is supervising an economy or a country that is at the precipice of multiple crises: an economic crisis, a COVID crisis, and an energy doomsday crisis. An economic crisis because if you listen to the World Bank, the IMF, Fitch and Moody, Fitch and Moody, this is the highest fiscal deficit ever recorded in the history of Ghana, 15.5%. And Yasam Kitwa, the Ghanaian economy is simply not doing well. Contractors remain unpaid. Hey, there are people who have certificates outstanding from 2016 to 2020. When you don't discipline your expenditure and run fast on profligate spending, you are likely to get this outcome. Haruna also criticized setting up the National Development Bank, questioning why the government will not channel the funds into saving NIB and ADB. What has happened to ADB? What has happened to NIB? Can't you recapitalize them? Can't you refocus their mandate and vision to deliver? NIB is near collapse. ADB is near collapse. You couldn't even borrow money to save the 7 banks that have collapsed. 23 savings and loans institutions. Over 220 microfinances entities. Why didn't government borrow to save those jobs and save those savings instead of spending a whooping 23 billion and turn around to borrow?
You see, I think this one is more very.
If I were President Akufo-Addo, I will declare Ghana beyond COVID and not Ghana beyond aid, because I was saying go declare Ghana beyond COVID and not Ghana beyond aid, because for one, he has a 3.5-year journey, and that journey cannot attain Ghana beyond aid. When he runs to the European Investment Bank to 170 million to set up a development bank.
Yeah. And when NIB, then
170 million euro na yakojeno.
Yes.
ADB ni NIB. That is exactly the argument he's putting up.
Exactly. Some of us thinking, why the need for a new bank when the existing ones are not well resourced to be very viable banks which can compete with the likes of Absa near there in Ghana. NIB used to be the #1 brand because a bad salary is near the anchor.
Ma Agnes Boa for social.
Me Genesopa, me Trekes in some beba. Unfortunately,
ma Guinness Obejo Mano, ma Emilia.
Oh, and the idea I'm just on over into non Jim Banabi.
So on the kind.
Obisan Obeji. Unfortunately, I don't have a place to put my seed. I really want the kids, but my seed are still with me.
39.
Oh, Mami advertise you. Now, Ghana
advertise that is a man is true.
Advertise you so many.
A man is true.
Oh,
because baby, and I'm only we casa we saw oh, pay to remember. Okay, we casa pay to remember.
I don't put on I'm being truthful. Say me call Qatar they message.
Okay,
I wouldn't go to Doha and come back empty-handed.
On a more serious note,
yes.
How do
I think about winner. Fiscal deficit.
Link to World Bank the end because I think say
Dr. Kofi Amman
they are related. Ningna fiscal and economy
yes.
Now World Bank wants so because Busiano Makobo
and
World Bank
170 million
euro no.
To
now,
set a new
World Bank boss backs Dr. Kofi Amman, tells government to stop excessive borrowing. Citizen Kofi Amman has gotten the support from World Bank in telling government of Ghana to stop excessive borrowing. Mr. Dr. David Malpass warned that future generations are at risk. Into a World Bank governor, no boss, no, say Ghana, Yama, Omodache is at risk because of Nanado, Busiana, or Bonubebrino. David Malpass warned that future generations are at risk. He advised the country to pay attention to its debt, which resulted in the country being classified as high risk of debt distress. She say you classify Ghana as high risk. I say Okobo business the credibility you need credit. She say Ghana baby ya classify ya kudru no. Nti say ya hwe ya bedru no bi nchirima no baba aduane mu nya bi ni no okay me nkopa busia kakra mfa me investment aye man.
Yes.
And na e ka no so die so to pay yentumi nso ntua. Now businessman Dr. Kofi Amman's push to have the government of Ghana stop its excessive borrowing seems to have found favor with boss of the World Bank. David Malpass, who is the president of the World Bank, has cautioned that the country's future generations are at risk of excessive borrowing if the excessive borrowing does not cease. Now, he said there is a need for the government of Ghana to refocus on fixing the country's rising debt stock, which has ballooned over the years. Now, the caution from Ms. Malpass comes after the government of Ghana, through President Akufo-Addo, took a loan facility worth 170 million pounds sterling. For $1 million for the establishment of a development bank during his trip to France. Responding to a myriad of questions, including excessive borrowing of government on Joy News Monitored, Mr. Malpass said he is worried about the impact of this on future generations. And this is what he said: Ghana needs to take a break from borrowing. Wow, she World Bank president, that's more catching Ghana. Ghana beyond aid was Nanado's vision, his motto. Ghana is tired of borrowing was what Baumia told us. Oh God. When the engineer did be more Ghana? If Nanado of all people, I'm incorruptible, I'm a visionary leader, and I know TUNEIN audio na me bo ano. I say Ghana bread because we don't have a visionary leader. Now this is what the World Bank is telling that World Bank president Ekachere Ghana now. I say
that Baumia is left out of the equation. No, don't have any long statistics 101.
Ghana needs to take a break from borrowing and pay attention to its debt, which resulted in the country being classified at high risk of debt distress. Manu,
Yeah, I think fiscal deficits. I mean, spending more money than it takes from taxes or it gains.
Until link way to the Haruna Idris because it was on this same story.
Yes,
and Haruna Idris exactly. Say Ghana baby and namno. He treading on dangerous grounds, and he's also questioning say, "Other than another sakwaji sika beti bank for."
I agree to
ADB,
that.
NIB, National Investment Bank,
which is for
and Agricultural Development Bank, which mainly the focus of that bank was to look at the Greek sector, farmers loans.
Then I've been in share other sectors,
development sectors. The bank you are coming to also be set up development bank, whilst you have National Investment Bank.
Yeah.
Which was to look at development.
And I say government workers in Yam for music and found.
Sometimes you can't even. Nana knows better.
What do you want to say? What you to me? I mean, that is the. You see,
I'm getting sad.
When I started this job, I told you at first when I because the more you listen, the more I tell you, Ghana. I saw some glimmer.
You said something yesterday. You think they don't know? And I'm beginning to wonder now. Because Kenanado is learned.
Exactly. Now you're taking Ken Oforiatta.
His ministers are learned.
Who's schooled in there?
Oforiatta schooled here. He has his masters here.
Exactly. First and second degree here.
Brilliant brain.
Yes.
Into nim say you were NIB. You see the same thing. Ntina Haruna Ebisa say who close to 220 microfinances.
Yes.
And people be lusu omajuma. Banks bear 20. Yeah. And then 20 banks, right?
Exactly. About 13 initially.
Almost 20 banks.
Okay.
Per Haruna Idris.
Yeah, exactly.
People were working in these banks. And now Koji Canada be a bank now. Man for so be a bank amount data bank, right? For Yata Bank.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, a bank.
CBG. I mean Consolidated Bank of Ghana.
Yeah, Bank of Ghana.
Yes. Beige Capital, Unibank, GN Bank.
And now what's Koji Busi San baby another bank?
Yes.
Whilst we have NIB,
the old ones have not been.
We have ADB,
which are not competing very well. I mean,
Haruna, I see these banks are in near collapse.
Of course. Now, civil servants, they don't save there. See, those banks, they don't have very good policies. Foreign banks here now, but even Zenith Bank now, they are doing so well in Ghana.
Zenith Bank, yeah.
Exactly. GT Bank.
ABSA.
Barclays, former Barclays.
And Standard Chartered.
I mean, these are banks. I mean, from UK, they are more standards in Ohonum. People have always felt that it's kind of something.
Me Ghana in me bank.
Standard Chartered.
No, Barclays.
Barclays.
Yeah, and I still bank there.
Yeah, Barclays is good.
ABSA. Nigeria Bank and I'm being my cousin be airport branch Accra on a penny hub.
Yeah, ABSA South Africa for no matter UK.
Yeah, and I'm saying no more ABSA no dem musum bedan Nigeria Bank and me music was your idea. It's still the same Barclays that you know dealing as
it's just a change of name and maybe leadership near the end. They don't take direct control from England, from UK again in that regard. But you see, the more you listen to these ones, and unfortunately, people like Ken Oforiatta, Baumia will come and give you a long lecture and make you know that you can fine. Assuming we don't know. World Bank Penini so catcher say Massa, you are compromising the future generations. And also
the money is dangerous.
Exactly.
If Haruna Idrisu was talking, Obibeka say what the
politics anti.
And Dr. Kofi Amwa. Dr. Kofi Amwa, surprisingly, he's an MPP.
Oh, an MPP person. But
he's an MPP.
Yeah,
so for Dr. Kofi Amwa, a very renowned and learned person to be talking, say Massa, Ekana Busiana Mobo Fede. You
see, especially when they told us that borrowing will be a thing of the past. So then they introduce a new word that we were never against borrowing, but reckless borrowing. Now, she said, "I can't borrow no more. The uncles, but they would say 170 million for a new bank. Yeah, about into the radar. I say there are two.
Listen to the Dr. Kofi Amwa. Awake.
Yes.
Awake. The cry is getting louder. The youth of Africa, wake up from thy slumber and see the dark clouds of uncertainty. Your generation will bear the burden of present mistakes, joblessness, heavy importation, big debts. You need leaders who see you, hear you, feel you. Yes, you do. Powerful tweet.
This is very powerful.
Powerful tweet.
It's very powerful. For some time, he decided not to be very partisan. He shares his thoughts on
the
Dr.
issue. He's somebody I've dealt with personally.
Yes.
Can 2008 or you'll be on a back
rest
dankwa.
Yes.
Can 2000 now me involved pa.
Yeah.
And I loved the idea say na Ghana Houston nti can 2000 local organizing trainings, everything I was there. Omba Kumasi Krato bia he's somebody I dealt with. Not my friend on phone so near day you call local office near them any trip to Accra. It's somebody I had personal confrontation with. I dealt with physical. They said, you know, into I know what the man is made up of.
You had a lot of personal intercourse. Yeah, confrontation. I'm sure but personal intercourse.
Matty boss.
No, but I didn't say sexual intercourse. Why do you think they are sexual to that intercourse? If intercourse is bad. Intercourse is not bunny, but what the back on people want to know.
Encounter, okay, make an encounter.
No, intercourse.
Intercourse means that
intercourse means you are into each other, but I mean not that way.
He's somebody who say wadwimpa or nipa bi anye perfect but wadwimpa the conscience is clean and clear.
Yes. As you can testify, you felt it.
Yeah, I felt it. Like when he was can 2008 China man for says, but you know no make say in organizing an event with many lapses. No, because event.
Oh yeah, of course, nothing. There's no.
But he's a genuine person.
Yeah. Near perfect, but you can never get it perfect. And I like the way he's going about it this time. You see,
look at the tweet. Well, see, you deserve, and you need leaders. Omuhun.
Yeah.
Omuhun say nkwala te kwan ho.
Yeah.
Nkwala enam kwan ho ko school. Ebra betimi esi school omu krom kai ball mu. Omuhun say nkwala enam kwan ho ton ade si oma pampam. Ye bobu se gu asa nkwala no dache. Omu na be san betu aka no. We say you need leaders who see you, leaders who hear you, leaders who feel you, leaders who can think about you and crave and create a picture, imagery in their mind for you.
I mean, it doesn't come any better than some of these huge words. Say, Masa, baby, I do know. I'm catching when I was in UK 2015.
I'm getting sad.
Brony be catch him say a politics of elitism. He drew a grab. Brony wa Portsmouth University. I'm coming for ask. Now me come say I'm person say UK because me where be sure. I'm say Africa. Do you know what happens there? It's called politics of elitism. They do not draw lines. So your leaders they come in school here, then they go back to confuse the people down there and enjoy the money because yet I care if you're more account. What back Nicky?
Unim say,
Baumiani Kanufuriata Beka Ghana Fuano. I'm going to politics say, I'm going to Unim say,
Enra, Miko Fiena, because Miko T. Kofia do Mamu interview. Kofia do my bisa say, Ubisa Asante Hine no, Asante for Hine no war, because there is only one Asante Hine. Asante for Hine no war, New York. Say, Chini Jonas, Nasam no, Tim Didia Nani shoot the videos now, you know. Then he na hamo atemdidi anase say na oka say yeah the oye no kinyina efo aso ba atemdidi no Kofi Adoma bisa say yes Ghana mpanimfo no oka asam no kan say enka mo didi o matama na pushi o mo ebibi nti bia no nso nti na ama Shane Jonas yes and then Ghana homepage guy no so yeah program he also ono dia onzo omo ono an kasa no about you he said something like that say people feel other people also of the opinion say Ghana people di o matama goes under their skin and no come more. You know I was like and reflecting me no argument
of course the same the main kebium
but the thing is
we're good as a country.
The thing is one which you share penny for the way they think I want to do matemo.
Yo, mamun diatem. We don't make a
no, I did know Manu. In as much as I haven't changed my sign, say Bia.
Oh, my girls tell me, Mamma, at the end of the day, remember Brandon
exercise constraints Caribbean. Ubedio matem.
No, don't
because at the end of the day, you know, no be sa who say, Ebia Okra, unko school quachiri. Unim dear quachiri. With your little knowledge and common sense.
Don't insult them. We're good. We're good as a country.
That's the point, no. With your little knowledge and common sense,
you do our best.
Who say these things they are doing, and so no more, Unim. And now I read a commentary, Penny Betrayal, or say the entire Nayentiasian. Now they were talking about Sasa Gleme. And Mahama Bay, the military hospital. Military hospital Kufone start here, right?
Yeah.
Mahama Bay Ujegu ha no so start. Or see the entire Kufa Dubai as a Glemeni project de bre. You can say chip compound.
Yeah, chip compound.
Health
facility.
You know what? Almost the entire Omo yes and say. because those projects are already
Yeah,
who sika no ne ade
of
yawie say yenwie kra bi sika ne yentua nwie no betua omo person omo so start omo de no omo nya kwan abuagum
and I ade consultancy
for
7 years
no it is a segment housing project na mahama ayesi wa why housing no cra say over 80% complete
exactly we are boss we painting
80% complete no so omo ko ho a edi esika no omo benya free they need money for their parties into bank we
for affordable housings we jego
mahama
atamels
it is a banner say asaglemen no why na ye jego ho na yenso ya start here there ye start here there
for the best yes
very unnecessary ye start here there na yenso ye there fa through procurement na ye ma nipa manucho ade na 20 ye 100 na fabra ye de ba masa 80 ni co party ho
once it goes through the system na there na say dey 50 kra na say consultant was can say 100 it's not breach and I remember my consultant from 2006 to 2012 they working that's the job I was doing design supervision
and I'm saying oh god
to me I know that they start here then we can give to our own party people we can take mobilization we bet to make the team we bet to make inflate price in idea so everybody wants to start from scratch initial planning he will never continue somebody's project that is all what they all do and they will convince you with words
and now for
partisan politics
and now for World Bank president to tell Ghana for say momabuno no because
the problem here is that you still get Kenuforiata and Bawumia to come and do lectures and tell you that the man doesn't know what he's saying. Or no World Bank,
no. I don't think this one they can.
So they will come and tell you that they are making mistakes.
I don't think they will.
In Jamaica, they are making mistakes.
Somebody to make us a World Bank. Now they say, I can't play with mathematics.
So this is the first time World Bank.
Many expect in economics.
Yeah.
World Bank president is Ghana. Yadachi bleak. SS borrowing Injaya. What kind of Oriata come and tell us for us to
do? Because they feel they are borrowing for the right things. It's our country. Or no, you are just giving your oversight.
Okay, I say about Miamo opposition. Okay, say Ghana. Yeah, check out. Okay, so Ghana debt ratio
7,000.
Ghana ni between 7,000.
Exactly.
Exactly. Nti sesi ano Krana World Bank penny bia bekasa ye boka ebusiano. No. Nti now how can they come and tell us this?
For they will tell you la. That's what they are doing.
You move on. Look at
they will tell you. They will come and tell you. For me, it's our fiscal deficit. You are spending more than we are getting as a country in terms of taxes. As a country, we need to really check some of these things. I think that is where the problem is. That World Bank say massa they were quite they were quite.
Isn't it surprising? The president who promised that say Ghana is
beyond aid, will be beyond aid.
Beyond aid. Ghana is sick and tired of what? Borrowing.
You know, I'm one person. I'm surprised he won the second term. I mean, I would because not that NDC should come back, but I think that the first 4 years was not. There were no bright spots for us to say, and there should be a second term. But I mean, you have to contend with it. Then believe that a best son. You understand? But I think you are on course. I mean, baby, do it there. I think fire for fire. People feel no, we should be guided. So we are guided. Let's go on.
Oh, so share story now the way we.
Oh, maybe you understand where what can we? I mean, World Bank and Aruna Day. Send me can we?
One can we make kind now we should be guided.
Oh, a problem. So I say no can say be mischievous. No, me choose the fiscal.
You didn't really get into it.
You are borrowing more than
divulge more. You didn't get it. This is the main topic for the show.
Exactly.
Because here we are. Canada, Japan, and Suja body are not there.
No, this is our future. I agree with you, but the point here is that people will not let you say it as it is.
Or the old castle be so
no, but the truth is that
thinking about so Furiata because we are looking, we are on a show where World Bank president Akache say Ghana
our future
is
bleak. Yes,
because president Ghana needs to take a break from borrowing and pay attention to its debts, which resulted in the country being classified as high risk of debt distress. Now also see David Malpass warned that future generations are at risk.
I've always said that since repercussions in here, but in future no sisiano a can about one. I'm just say see one day to borrow is not wrong, but what are you borrowing for? free SHSE,
Ghana politicians. I think that's why I was a little bit getting into Brigadier Nunu Mensah. And I'm so much in love more with even Dr. Kofi Amuah. Ghana politicians, I'm telling you, say I'm sorry. Na ya momo who say ye die by ya sorry. Say ye dachi. Say ye dachi more. Because it doesn't even make sense. Look at the president who promised that say Samutu Mahama Tesosi Ghana Bobusia. Ghana is tired of borrowing.
Yeah.
Ghana is tired of borrowing. Ghana beyond aid. And then you come and you become what Bobusia ma World Bank president etimi catcher say masa. Shabusia na uboni na uboni too much.
Because the debt from Nkrumah time in she say Abusko borrow from this 5 years now. Don't channel. I don't know, say about 161 billion.
Every president.
Yes, I'm borrow. And you see, me, my problem is that the year dang. Maybe if they could give us that, okay, this and that, because it looks like according to intangibles, virtual spending. Oh, and that is what
and then I meet here discussions on this topic, and people are saying, say, contract untimintia. Share stadiums and muka say youth resource centers are sports. Yeah, muka say mobile in 9 months. Contractors is some muka.
So they are not doing it. Yes. You understand? Me, that is my worry, that it's not about talking too much on it, but borrowing. Mama say, okay, reckless borrowing you complained about. Obj there, so the year airport or the year we Kumasi airport near there, fine. Most it's inflated. They were inflated, which we agree. Which we agree. But also see and also what the year then. So free SHS heritage fund near there na most year. In a free SHS quantifier, it cannot be more than 10% of the money you borrowed. It's in kind of where is the money? Where is the money? Oh, the more I read, maybe our callers and stuff come and tell you, oh, this is what they are doing, they are using the money for. I will go and read. I say no, they are here. But I mean, that is my problem. And I've always told you, and my advantage say 6 years ago, why do you told me the problem in Africa? The elites are just confusing the people down and enjoying the money for their selfish benefit. Because you borrow, you are borrowing, reckless borrowing. You don't know what you are doing with the money. And now, no power and then interest. So let's go on. Let's go. I think people are now becoming conscious of the whole thing. It's like asking the veritable questions. So what bank will borrow, and it is really putting the risk, the future generations at risk. So let's see how they will handle some of these things and tell us. Meaning the interest. I can't put my hand on the things that they borrowed for. I don't know what they are really borrowing for. I have my own problem with free SHS, but it's better than Wyoming or SNET for Bedisicano. I believe in that very well. But now my biggest problem I have now is that you are borrowing, which for me borrowing is not bad. Wakasa or two him to say and this borrowed don't see bad. And me, some of this I don't blame Akufo-Addo. Yeah, Baku are more legally inclined. One is more economic inclined. So it's a perfect combo. Tell me, for James Aben, no Pokwa, but when you're communicators, how will it work? Find no money is beyond that. You can be a leader does not need to be economics and I say. But Miana, you are so much in tune with some of these things and also. Can you forget? Okay, some my one table will be some question. Now, most run a country very well. No? You are not taking us to Remsa. You are just borrowing. Future generations are being now. You see, the problem is there's still a fiscal deficit. Yeah, spending more than Sika Yenya. Why are we doing this to ourselves? In the midst of COVID, I didn't hear so. All ministers are going to be on half salary for 1 year. It's just a mono. I schooled so much in Ghana, man, sustainability being made a driving force. Till I got to UK and I said, Master, you don't compromise the need of the future generations by enjoying it today. Sana Brunei drain, Sana America, all drain. Say Adibia we and then Akwalabia ya won 1 year and should come and see a greater America. but wo ti Ghana ne de akwala bia ya wo na ene no nsuo kro mbenya bi nom o mbenya school papa kra nko ba betina efom akọ school. Well then sometimes what can we do? You only talk about it, then it gets to a point that you get tired. You get tired that see kind of leadership na you want there. Ajinyame.
Unity Radio 103.9 and Pabosu Suna we encha cry be farm course no na mo sumo de madwenkyere de aba James Kwesi James Osei James Osei yensa kan message no Scott Safo, thanks for joining us. Uti and Pabosu Osiopo Paul Delali D'Souza, what else are you expecting Manuchu to say about the Gangantua borrowing by the MPP? Do you want the NIA to come after him? Opopa. James Osei says, Opo, greetings to your crew and your listeners. Opo, Ghana Beyond Aid is now Ghana Beyond. It's now Ghana Beyond what? Congratulations, Mr. President, for your field leadership in everything, especially fighting corruption, galamsey fighting, borrowing, etc. Manuchu, I can see you. Ken Kalusha.
King
Manuchu, I can see you.
Well, we can only wish well.
World Bank president, and I'm not kind of crama meraho. For a whole World Bank president to warn Ghana, say Massa, Bosiana Mobono, I feel they too much.
You know, I'm not worried. I'm not surprised because
my future generations are at risk because I can't be many.
Yeah, I'm not really flabbergasted because I saw it coming. The way we are borrowing and we are being sugar coated with a lot of economic words in here. I remember people like Adongo Muni Adenyono Mokekano, they were shut up. They had their own versions to it. I remember when there was a figure I call World Bank, no World Bank. Thank of one idea. Anyway, obviously, I version says Bruni Bo Abaso HSA when they start complaining, maybe they are doing the right things. So, but the way I quit there, let's just wish well.
Minim quickly, so be here.
Yes.
Story now. Ansuji abodi na Canada Japan.
You know, I watched that video. I'm saying Ansuji abono. I ye or no na. I Kennedy Boni Dino. You see, I listen. The truth here was that.
Also, on the high ubiana.
Yes, no. Ansuji abo. Watch a video. Some fine guy about to come on.
Yeah.
He's not the one. I say Kennedy Bodi. No, so on say no say Kumasi Academy for just some 3 years.
So he's a different
Ansuji abo. But when so he's to oil and gas and he had a brush with the law. He was declared wanted in 2020. 2020 na ba said he was 110. In confirm when no molenke and no picture beto. It didn't even make sense. Say Canada Abodian obi on na crowd ye na ejuma na o che so no na okun no. He doesn't even know the story. You understand? Where he stays in Accra. It's more than Accra.
Born in so Kumasi
nti Ansuji aboafo no na obi na yese mynews.com say they peki and or the be sorry no the picture to one say Ken finally names the killer. You see intimation video for like 30 minutes. He was lamenting and crying that why will people think that your body Ansuji abodi and say you no and no Kwame Swale. You know he is there police. We have problem with the police before it has been solved. Oh, he's a oil and gas tycoon. How can I say? I think let's not give reverence to it. And you know na Kennedy, you know your body in one attach it. Kennedy did not give a lot of information for you to because to say Ansuji abodi a common name in Ghana. What type is it? Brave.
Yeah.
So why would the police say this is Ansuji abodi? Look at this person. No, yebanu adoji. I think that Ken did not do a lot of good just by mentioning the name out there and making it. And we crack. I said, what if the family? You show the picture and I say I'm a Swale family and answer say the followers in Kokuna.
Yeah.
How will you say it? Because there are people who are very mad and peeved about the way Swale was killed.
Yeah.
Into Sebeko this way in India. I think Ken sometimes should also relax because by this now how will you come and explain? You only say that Ghanaians, we don't think, we don't do research, we don't think. You can be having those messages, which is within your purview. But Obianso are there at the time here. It's not here to come and discuss you. Yes, Ken Koko Binti. You follow that story with all our time and alacrity. So For me, I've seen this Antuja, and I think it's a misnomer. It's a hymn of no hymn.
Let's look at this story. Now, your phone lines no call us. Akufo-Addo told Attorney General not to prosecute MPs fingered in double salary investigations. Martin Amidu alleges. Now, Martin Amidu letter no wakanina. Now, the credible information I received on the case was that the then Attorney General and the Director of Public Prosecutions had both perused the case docket and had come to the conclusion that charges be filed against some of the suspects for prosecution. The Attorney General was instructed not to do so by the President, who unconstitutionally usurped the investigatory and prosecutorial constitutional authority of the Attorney General on the grounds of political expediency of having the suspect agreeable to play ball in Parliament for government.
But when you hear some of these things, then you realize that you're on a journey of nowhere. I've said this thing before, and remember, I told you a beautiful story about the leadership of the NDC.
But a lot of people also disagree with Ebimu say, say na, but I mean, him say, I'm for kind idea, I'm kind year. Because I've seen Fuseni Adams throwing tantrums at Martin Amidu. Martin Amidu has some kind, no. Fuseni Adams says some Martin Amidu or evidence. I don't know why NDC MPs nengum. That is not what he's saying. Or say a Attorney General, no, because Martin Amidu, a special prosecutor, he didn't have prosecutorial powers. So that he derived his
Fuseni Adams. I mean, actually Jonathan, because from what you said, it's not even up for discussion, because the president gave him the OSP the power, and it's not bigger than the president. And if the president has instructed even someone with prosecutorial powers in the Attorney General to put the case aside, how will he, Martin Amidu, put them in jail? I mean, an MP.
Sometimes you look at sometimes you look at some of these issues. No bisa who say kind amount for kind and say
because you can't problem with the timing. Say the man you feel on an afternoon workers are you as OSP, no, you should have been having some of these things that there's this case you want to check.
No case no was already there.
Yes.
There were Attorney General. It you team Martin Amidu case no kwa Attorney General. Na kwa Attorney General. And now osi omu conclusion ni say omu hwehwe ade ni mu wie no omu hu say MPs na eden edisika no aje double salary. Listen to what he said. Osi eba say the credible information I received on the case is and was that the then Attorney General and the Director of Public Prosecutions had both perused the case docket and had come to the conclusion that charges be filed against
the MPs.
The MPs.
Yeah.
The Attorney General was instructed. At the time now, double salary. Prosecute you. The Attorney General was instructed not to do so by the President, who unconstitutionally usurped the investigatory body and prosecutorial constitutional authority of the Attorney General on grounds of political expediency of having the suspect agreeable to play ball in Parliament for government. I
agree. Tell me, say. Or not as Hussein Adamson. Did you read this to understand that?
That is the whole point.
That is what the president did. Say you say massa baby do there. There is a prima facie case that these people can be prosecuted, and a prosecution means that they also have the chance to get lawyers to come and defend them. But if the president tells the Attorney General, and you should remember that the president of a country is like the god of the country. Even as the president, there is nobody behind him or after him. He's the one who makes all these decisions. But unfortunately, we as Ghanaians, we should be worried that if you have a president who will now decide that, you know what, I'm holding you by your balls, that at some bar now can't make squeeze here, then there's a problem.
Play ball for the government.
And I make a choice. Say, personally, I've had some stories and issues. I'm forced to dot my eyes and cross my T's very, very well on some of these issues. How things went through easily. People got so mad.
Paul Adumochi says, shame on hypocritical Martin Amidu. And then you have Fuseni Adams saying, say, Martin Amidu, I didn't know what powers are. Went to Wamechi NDC MPs are also more evidence. I didn't know Wamechi or Mungu.
You think we live in a country governed by rules that the president decides what is good and what is bad. You can't just get up and throw your weight about. You understand? It's a pertinent one that dockets, did they really take those salaries? I think we can get to the end of it and solve this once and for all. So why were they not prosecuted? So why were they not prosecuted? I'm only asking rhetorics.
My flashback. Yes. Maybe name for course no daddy boat and now best start course na my flashback quick na pick course no flashback Canada Japan. I exposed NDC MPs double salary because government wanted to cover up.
Yes.
In April 2018.
It tells you.
And a Canada Japan cast asking
yes.
That he blew the cover because
government
wanted to cover.
And what will it do for them if they cover?
Inti what Obika say Matanamidu and Matanamidu Obika so envious of Attorney General Dame.
Yeah, Godfrey Dame.
Godfrey Dame. Obiso you say Obi a candidate. I mean everybody have their opinion. But sometimes we look at substance of issues.
Exactly.
Matanamidu so na do na catch Attorney General say men for mun koko to be yes. But the mamun and penuso say young woman must name me the Bibiaba parliamentar. Almost say was so much day.
Doesn't take fit into politics of elitism na mekache enjoy at the top, confuse them at the bottom, pretend you are fighting.
Okay.
And it's getting worse.
And for people to be fighting against Matanamidu in this sense, I don't understand. Say MP Fuseni Adams, right?
Yeah.
So can you didn't your better say Matanamidu say reliable information on unya and order to your anchor say or no because Matanamidu cry special prosecutor need 2 minutes or do because in court. I just Attorney General no can say my penis my mouth 2 minutes for any pakrede. Echo or gain any prosecutorial powers from the Attorney General direct. So Matanamidu say yes he create special prosecutors office.
Independent.
Na person independent. I say nanka law no back no. Na man 2 minutes or the pakrede court direct.
Yeah. Equal to a minister.
Attorney General.
Yes.
But we didn't do that. Matanamidu could only do something. I just said Godfrey Odame or whoever then was the Attorney General can say Majiatum.
And that's why the same crown I continue the case.
Na me mouth flashback. Now in April 2018, Canada Japan, a member of Parliament for Asin Central claimed to be the person behind the double salary saga. Canada Japan said that his decision to make the issue public was due to lack of willingness on the part of Minister for Monitoring and Evaluation to act on recommendations of a committee that was set up to probe the issue. He accused the minister, Dr. Oseakoto, of sitting on the report and not being interested in dealing with the issue. So, yes. If Matanamidu tells us, Abai and a stop at the end, said you to me play NDC MP balls, and then Fuseni say, okay. We live to Z. Say say mami sabi wa wune so wada obesori am ya hwe. Ye phone lines no na bia mbaba salon adaruma ene wama callers no so mo de mo adwenkyere ede eba 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 ene ya share phone calls na se free Ghana ye koye nua be my friend said daddy boat ho na wa sha se my daddy boat wia na ye nua be ma Ibrahim so ato aso na audu filer aba yeti me papa ba ko me ofa ba ko etene kan che ene he's on the line offer edusi poku etene kan che pa daddy boat apom ti say
International Yamia Domboko, Memoya Minister of Moya.
Aradoni Adini, Yansia Huade, Pa, my intio, Shakos Nasma, Nabian Babin Salon Daruma, or someone Cheramajo Yanko.
You mention Nadia for an animal Mabaso, Apanya, Mosso Buamia, you know, my F3. International mention Mr. Frank Rulo, and that's honorable Frank Rulo, but you will be on the channel, and a pay. Now, mention one would be my chief ever in so. Collection in the Chill with the about 18 so I'm a being with the India will be a Unity Radio. International. Yana, open is your swim papa, number 4, and you are papa, and you look at. And this is going for the becoming Lazo. Yammy de Matiami do Saka, only Gracia for papa. You are one quiet man united in a sample for me. It's just something for me. But tell me, I mean, Gracia National. Think I said, no, see you the power by your boss, Shiano. Yet, you are second, the blue manufacturer. The new Misanko, what you want to drive and take like I said, I'm going to be national, so I won't be in the idea. I am in Gracia. On one end, this is one law, that's a children. ɛno na na awɔ de ama no na nka yɛ sa wo mu mmura adu tu pa na wo evidence sɛ de ne papa yi ka kyerɛ no a adenti na wo mfa ana wo pie pe ni pe ni court ni ni sampa abanye na ekinkan di jẹ na ẹni àwọn ẹni mẹ́gbẹ́ àti à òbí bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọmọ ẹ̀rọ ìgbìmọ̀ pápá amúlẹ̀yìn ni ó di ènìká lè fi ṣẹ́ni ó fẹ́ sí ẹ̀fẹ́ nǹkan ìṣẹ́fẹ̀ṣẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀nìká tí wọ́n mú kóòdù ẹ̀rú ẹ̀mí ti fún ọ náà kẹ̀kẹ́ àmì bá sọ́ọ̀tù rẹ̀ yẹ pàpá àkúgbà rẹ̀ ọkàtẹ̀ ọmọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ẹ̀sìkàwé kẹta ọmọ tí ọmọ ti àti ọmọ nǹkan kọ̀ọ̀tù náà mi ní pàpá ní yàgé ní pàpàpàpà because yẹtí àwọn òbí pẹ̀ntì ẹ̀nà àbọ̀ àtìlọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ tí mi bá ní òyìn ní ẹ̀mí àtúnṣe I would say that everybody of the chaos excavated area, not some no. Influence on Fanco to a long time, you know, not some kind of Mestrano. I'm going to be granted another fan on that man, because in Sano, I come in who are in the account. It's time to be near coming. Now, say I talk one before. Now, you are penny for my city now. Who can say as a son and see? You never find it because internationally, I won't be playing. I won't be playing. Okay. The thing, no man, you do it. I want to among you. I'm just about to feel like who has got among you. I'm not going to be on my èyí ká tó pọ́pọ́ bí ẹ̀fì ọmọ ohun tí mi sí ọmọ 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 bá fi kó àǹtírà náà dídí ẹ̀wọ̀n wọn npp nǹkan ọmọ tí mi ti sáyà àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ ẹni tìǹà káyọ̀dé ṣẹ́nkúrà yàmi mi sí mi yẹn ọbẹ̀ kúmọ̀ lè kọ́ ọbẹ̀ fásọ à ọbẹ̀ tuntun ọmọ ẹ̀ka náà yí àmà yẹ yàmi kẹ́yìn ní ọ̀yà international.
yẹ́dá cp daddy boat maami ntí o ibrahim abom ti sẹ́yìn.
mi ni a ọ̀pọ̀ wúyẹ paa.
maami ntí o.
na membon payam mawde di kan se uti America na Ghana hu nyaw na uti ma ya konya se yeti yemaimuna fine na yeti ni kire ya jire no aya na ye pa na yembon payam ma excellency incoming president John Dramani Mahama obiya ni se asisi ne yesisi no ba de nyambe bia ye na minkia obaya santo asunyani west obano nyakopon shirano ani na heavy slab baby a obia no na dwuma no nyakopon manen koso na yebon paye mano so na ye communication officer regional tatakuwa ikiana papa yebona baso nyakopon shirano opo machanidu yesinka wankiti NDC4 MP4 ana NDC4 ye katashisheni proyo mafam minjingi se NDC4 katashishe any prayer wo ya from se mi gidi se e wo sa kama tami du baye na juma se de se fata na apo se ni ba abokro no na ni ba ni se pa se wa wi mai na japade na ma jai ni ba na mi ko chiwu opo oba mayefe ana ndi se eno ebetima ya juma sana no person fight creation for ya say we see and na excellency former president John Dramani Mahama ukata abuga pele ukata nimbre so mudi ko court okay
yeah
ya dinu ko court and na express we panini or fight corruption na nya so mi ha president ya o society onuma oni yem kana odi komana odani clear agent on ekwa hosi nguzo kwasukoye wajuma because abonye klase ye former minister eye konfo abonye ne kanyo wo wiye nyamo fo niema na sani fa na mimo na wo so kopre ko afa na confusion akopre konfo ko pose ye teacher nsamu ya na mbi bo ma mu defend mbi no na mu nyi ndo mu yiwu ele mi ne ye that go to say how the fella beka ye machine fia isi hwatan namba cho last bin katro se ni de min kwama de ate mame na wo
yana fa kasa brewe
aleba me de me pontara no se min kwa wo no sika ono ane bre onye ta sika no de ko ta machine to save chechina mushia nka me de ni problem na position yam bi se o kapre o dama ande wa power mai ni sika no ma wiya I want to cross and Japan.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
I am my sick. So I'm going to go there. Upon
Yamin Shroud, so that's CPN Ibrahim. I would file a pump to say, we are now my family may offer a do see Poku Confanco. I would file a mammin too. I would metonka, Messekasa, yeah.
You, Martin, Mambo, Bashir, Ajumaka, we go America map, I call my Ghana, and Conshiro, and Pedro, and Yoka, 2 for my, the Bia was about in the part near my Ghana, and Kunan in Pabu, and Community, they had my phone, I know about the phone, and I'm church, I'm out there, I know, America won't be paying for a moment, boo, any Ajumayo, and tell me, MPLA said, Haruna, Ajumawura, and church, I'm a SS will have. Let me tell you, regional communication of the Papa Chas, Akuwa, let me tell you, Millicent, Yabua, Yas and Tuam, and Kwayabua, Sinjan West, and Yas and Tuam.
And maybe now time.
I think the American said, after you get your money, and after quick, I was a premise fool. Premise fool, Bakubaku, 250,000 another player, corruption clearing agent. Another player, clearing agent. Yet to man women have Robin Box part 1 and 2 and another player, clearing agent. Yet to man women have pious inam Ajide, Assisa and Cassie Media, Aku Australia. The young family and another clearing agent. Yet to man women Caterpillar, I had Jagan and say Bakubaku 900, and Wubabia after the singer, the Naduka Watam, Debbie, the party 24 architect Caterpillar, Eddie Yagan. See, the Wubabia Caterpillar after the singer and Anataba, a Tuako Mali, Yako America. Yet your man women are Abobo Yabaku 400, a Tuako Volcano. Yet your man women are Motoba Baku 750, a Tuako Agricus. Yet your man women are pick up Baku 1223. Ira, Wubabia Afa, in another player. Yet your man women are put his book on now corruption clearing agent. What clear corruption? Someone talk to me, what clear corruption? Someone clear. Okay. What they are Sukran, where corruption clear agent for my Ghana. Yet a bit not war for my Ghana. I end this by John Dramani Mahama. And the Isha Allah coming 2024. John Dramani Mama, but that with your man with African person, and your man with according Thank you very much. I would file off. I do see Poku Confanco upon the saying.
Nyamia dom mi ho yepa na so no obisiane mi amenya yi kana se
manucho de didi no bo no anto bo abeka oketrema
wo beka oketrema na no akure ma commentary wo Ghana ina otimboji pa yi pa small boy no opo meda se ene de manko ba bia ti na mu hwe ya de na mse o bi ti o makensem na opo
yes sir
we bank de wo hu amayo hu se wo ni awo Udi enche bosumi ensentem ama baka chose Ghana for Ghana telephone abo homodin udi yedin no my benenika fi opo kuma ye ba papa ye de ba ye wa ko kuma sika be na ma ko pie kuma fi uti fie kwa na de beto account mebua
na ofa no ho de ba won say we World Bank ni no say nya bosia bo ese ye bono dodo excessive borrow
ye bono dodo am opo kwa gibi shell bank na obi buni nya so bia say that bia no point me tie do we shana e bi se be mo ana nya so ho
ba say ye bobosia ma obobo amanfo toka me agida bia amanfo fie ye agida bia ntia no so ho
no na make kan ntia mo ni say Ghana wo agapade bia dachi bia no monti ba twa ambe to befa eka wo de ma wo no na sere betimi dia UN me say UN na World Bank for no omunya ko hye mo say o man bia wo wiate bia no ono nka ni sika no ni sika America for twa sika mu di on de UK eka on de Japan eka on de obi eka ni sika no ni tell be obi akọ bisia bia be to no apa no twa bia na ye diko me madwen no
okay over that city
galanse so koko a machine di amonshi ankoshi me no for to be amonshi ni de esan said ni manti mi wati tontuma amuguna na dwa ni ma se pani ho kan ya po kan ye no kure Mami, woman organizer, because she must 4 or 3 a day. And then I'm going to say, what do we say? Yes, I'm sure be at the Amusha, Monty, the Amushino, some might be at the Amushino, Epidia or him be a Gramushino. Then I'm sure he be there on any Christian. Amushino, let us say, give us here. That's how we have to go for.
Okay. Wafa, yada si yeni aje pa se aton kame ofa du si poku konfanko. Okay, mami ntie yenu abe my friend say eye ba for Israel sorry. Owi anu olumai ko na kwajo poku nso ato aso. Ba for my ntie.
Mami ntie na mentie tie fo nyina na ye mo abaso na edwuma de amoye. Ade ba ko a e wo se chene so e wo na na say. In fact say ye say my papa be postina as it means that we say ye ma a bit tricky confusion. We need information that can be a Japan.
Meba ba for hold on. Kwajo poku ana olumai. Mumu ba ko nante sa onante osu otu make us over here. Noise wo mu phone na chipa mesramo. Mo betumi mute mu phone na ma na ate ba for nkan yi a kamani be jump pa. Yeah, afidi ase free me da wase. Ba for to asma me.
Until the number can say me information na can Japan won't here and as more say one Mr. Nsuji Abubi and I responsible for the death of Ahmed Swali. But as now can I assume so mood. Yeah, that's ma police no your majesty and I say ma Ghana for ye agency say papa na say no kind we aba be can say on the even fly cloud to me could be no we say or because you kukuni panti because of that they all cannot does it and I tell you for today because there would be some no a year adults that were Ghana and directly we are better than we be young and we not solve the problem but I think that I was say somebody should be arrested. Say Yansuji Abono, say Kenya Japono, say why you somebody should be arrested because the other candidate someone knows something about the death. The Kenya Japono is up upon the best police for the was able to me more than in your muso that he who have a name able to me also. We get the general news that say former president, may his soul rest in peace. 18% NDC now, 1 I think Zananke ya futu papa but ni ndia
wan kase wenti se utie ni ya ose ofri se ono se ose okogum ose president advise him but I don't know ose both NPP utie story ni ya ose both NPP ni NDC nyina omusuban ye pe omu ni adepa bia ma onim sa brigadier no NPP ni no osushikwa NDC so he's trying to make a point say two parties ni nyina obia ni adwempa ma o man no so Rawlings advised him to leave NDC because NDC was his last party before Okogum.
Okay, papa no meaning you know or not what that no him say NDC party na your party papa man. So does it have to take the say former president to answer the ultimate decision for himself and in fact, you can't start nice and I mean, said that Zumi and Papa person to but at the end of the day, we thank God to say, on one Casanca, we say, never be not any they say, or one can take any decisions. But the best normally, I can say, NDP people for you now, I would be seen to buy and I'm in say because Ghana will be a quiet NDC that's all for one country. Quiet NDC that's all for one country. We are powerful for the run day, but at the end of the day, we be by in so bad my normal skirt to me Bama, a hotel to me back. This is no other tell it. Quiet people so one country, they say this is not to Africa. And I definitely say, I did say, never be to me. I was about a crana 8 years, NDC for the Bana Babes 8 years. Yes, I'm not an back to school. Yes, another crana, but Sanababa, Sanabas, any game, you know. Different day, clay. So, if said the tune is half on at least, and also more Guma. Well, on a cup of tea, but I think I will tell you the difference between NDC and NPP, and even if I don't know, a idea of the boy. Martina, let me see Ben Kaiser.
That is your last point.
Why? Papa no kasa do why?
Na ngongo kasa o Egypt na. Bravo. Oye Ghana ni no kasa na nkonko kasa wo Egypt. Say nso da bia kasa.
Oh, oye Ghana ni to be kasa Ghana ha but we say we are dey bi na say e ko proso a ana ma fo agini yo mo say like we are better as all issues be like there is something I said as a personal vendetta against some people because this chance I am farmer you were given the chance to become the attorney general. Obey attorney general no say double say say one can hold here. One I say near be an course when this time I can want to be you free attorney general position no. And like you must be a special prosecutor or what now you yeah. Yeah, no, not only my papa is an offensive. So it's a minute I will better keep quiet than to keep talking to expose myself because after you expose yourself to public ridicule, after one to me, the Betty and Kuya Kasaka can or Yakasabo Adodo.
Yada CP Bafo for him. I'm sorry, the line out to so. All my poem to say.
Opomewo now say.
Already ado mezume ho yepa Manchester she na omu lusu ne
Opo Fiber Kuma Boakoto the of our the both clubs na dia no have support into media the omo mo bia men fa
so un support aya na tie against now olma we there also we there who ya Arsenal na
the Ghana papa any league obi an share
infusing
any board 38 match the Africa ya ten obi a wa
infusing
the league obi an say we obi an timi nyebi we are say yen kwa ya di nti ya na Arsenal no any club ketwa sa team akwa Elizabeth and kata support there say team ketwa opo mame come na ba fon say bi o kai na mantinya a rebata no opo mame cha me papa me sa dan solve dan auto repair mame cha me papa chama ko do ago Dilali di so ne Kamara ne Ghana fo nyina opo minia ba for kasa sisi asema o kan say ona yi na nunu mensa na friends ana mo kasa party nyina ye MPP na wo ye regular call ma MPP ni nim te minia MPP ni bi gina akire na mimi wi a obeba opo won mu bo niema na dan kwa kufu de MPP baaye a wo de MPP e bo no WhatsApp hene no o mo baaye o maaye na membo enuma NDC aban baaye yaye so wudi atamu sa juma kura obeye ye to nchan now the rolling square juma to nchan a Jennifer Mahama kura ba ye e-blocks now o kaso besi 200 e-blocks at least 1 million to 49 in school be a funny property what do you call it 1,500 1,500 times what do you call it 49 every students do e-block bi etime boaye opo kuma na me no mi edu nyina e free Embra, Yamin Muko, a friend say, after hospital, 500 bed hospital, Mahama is the affair. Opo, I can't do my kids, do my color do 5%. Opo, when you know, 21 men are something, yeah, MPP in another don't go for Padua. As Santiman, so we need to vote. MPP, they are Santa with them. No, po, as Santiman, now it's now on a year, and anytime the MPP the back of Nazia, and this moment a baby ball of Ponoma. Not empty before now, Santimama, the Biana 7 said, we will down crown and the empty the flag manner, the better Babano. Young Musa said, we don't go away after hospital now, Mahama, upon the scene 5 years to me, or Munko Honda, I can 5% per no way. Opo, come on, quarter, asante me kwai na kwai onobu e friend Joe say usukum hospital eti opo e woni na fu Joe say usu na deputy friend deputy speaker of parliament dia kwa na papa e bai wotini aya enko betini as a MP why MP for so many years enko wotini mwa emfa influence emwa masa ba kwa hospital no omunye na be sine ko for me na kwa hospital Mahama sino sempi bi bai o maso aso a kokuma wu ne kokore me bo hospital na Santimamu kwa no Mahama baya obeye Santimamu kwa hospital sa odua Mahama babeye no santere wo wie no hu sanse fo ade ya ade o dadie e no ko sika de tenta ka se we si wo opo e gan na na de kwa kufu ado ba power ko oni otu fo ko ya wo ko kate so se wo ko wo ye fe tu ye buza se be business wo si wa kwa kwa
ba fo nti issues na discuss ya be kire wadwen wa ma ba fo asu
opo ni yan kwa kuma se airport
airport on Mahama and Mark Airport, international airport, no problem about it now the other way. It's a South Busana Mahama boy and I can want some 59 billion in 4 years now, or boy, by 4 years, 161 billion. You must entity quality, I won't pray with one treasure. I do any, okay. This in high school, go and do 10%. About the other promising, and this promising a friend say 1 premium it's me for failure. About the other, I'm not now for now, so I'm no opposition over one cast over in our day or better so, and now first or better so. And so about the other, and the promises now by ultimate for feeling, but at least over the year, and the call that's it. So Mr. Mamanusi, 30 seconds. When is the one hospital? Over politics in Chi, is the hospital now. I'm not calling 37. 77 million Padaso. We are 620 bed hospital. And what is the one? Of Ghana, Ghana for you come with in India to be Ghana. Matiami didn't want one. Journalists no more Ghana. Almost 37. Almost the same way to a first. A project I would about that in year come after Woodoma, you do manic and any panic on the air. Okay,
thank you very much. Olumai, Yenya benefited. That's very true. Kojo boku to asu we are not obeying so ako. Kojo boku mbajo temenga. Hello, Kojo Poku Mahala. For the very last time, if you do not hear my voice and speak, maybe I will overtake you. Kwajoboku bacho temenga. Kwajoboku temenga. Okay, obi maminjo.
Yoku maminjo mina. Nenko so amwa ba so na djuma pa ho de boa na mai obi manso. Na minche wati buina. Obu no, because this is a quoting for us. That wouldn't be a probably a move. After about starting campaigning in terms of you get a man representative, you know, then I come on to the money using a better boy. No, Mexican have the India about the excavator. Miller from the one Macase. Wouldn't be there, but we excavator. Now, when Tiasia. Conrad winning. What no? Say, Edia, I got a mineral or not, and I'm right to a good year or Hano. At least, and that is the awkward to be a cabita or in Juma or saying to Kian in Sia Cabitano. You want some run over. Now the court, now the awkward engineer Darion. But Ultimabina, what to I am there, and then this is 1 year. And immediately, I support the Cabitas and Benson. Because I answer one, that's a good year. On the Sandia. Never pressure, abandon or fight to Galantino. Yeah, to see a Cabita, Kuku, baby, and a Cabita, and Iran. And near one, I will go Yagano and Tisam of Mediano. Who not Kuku, baby, who was a Biswako, on the crack. If you really can't do so, how to auction. You know, yeah, can't say Galantino, yes, as a young quiet. And to say, who knew the way Jagalatinia, West Cabitano, that's not additional. That's really not a who was in the course, Nakokan. Remember to me as well as the Liverpool as our MPC, I bet you double salary. Where the Biamaka said, Sankufuya, Yabaya, Abano, and now one for one family council. On baby, I bet someone of Abano. Yet another. They don't use no more, Genevians didn't back it. There's a Abano, young Gupon into Yamukan City, Abeka, and no, Rebecca, Obi to be our better, oh. Now, I don't know, and I know proper idea about going to compromise India or man your movie. Into will be a bonnet. That's it to present American, which means what you point, and which means point, which means your body. Let him be called to the Nudia. I didn't know before we are Ganatica, or be as well decided about now what you know. And a chrono, and then if I didn't make a animal, I don't see an interpreter, but you double salary. It's one never here, near the kind of good and it's hard time to abandon act now on that issue. You know, living back there. Yes, I will be able to say one of the back going to compromise. If you can for about 10 records, and the other abandon. So you know, quickly don't go court. Now they don't go prosecute and I use that's go more from.
Okay, answer that CP in your Bema obeying. I Unity Radio 103.9 of Pabusu Sunamika say Apostle General Sam Crunchy Ankra will be in Worcester July 22nd to July 25th. In Jabusia, YNCS Worcester is going to be July 22nd to July 25th. Inti Mama Yenshan and so Mamen 5 million Bema Kojo Poku Mahala. Kojo upon design.
Opo about another woman with a more project of clients and network with the Ghana, the young people. If you be not the line on a pretty bit.
My uncle,
I'm a bunch of my unity radio a tier for any young training your phone, Uncle and Kobe beyond Danita, Uncle Mobiana to my from Tedabaya, obey me any scatter credit, no their unity radio, and Campa Coso, or your mind, and now Opo. Another moment I think I'm and some of them coming and answer what bank they are Mokai, what bank boss are some of Moka headlines and who Yanade, or Bianca was on Moka, Quebec, Opo. What bank acting about in the boss, or what bank boss, and that officer, or supporting a part of Takofi Amu and some of the kinds, and I don't know Kufado, any president that enter or Bobo said too much. Opo. The card and the end of Christ had and say upon an outback Kufado Opo, Namianu Ukraine or Yama and said from a gate Namamekata. Papa Kacha, a distance to Ghana and the Awaturian, yet to go to show Yawaturian. It will put a dear Kankwana upon about 2 years for the CIO. One bank bought and to make a say or getting in other. Nana Kufado, and you will tell too much. And if your question is many of them put up upon take you put Kanotia. And then to a dear plan of a funny dear to a gun, I mean, speaking you, there are no chances of a funny chair. And you ain't have a family, and I'm real family. You see, you have a book on it to be a father. And to a point, what's ever been a funny action? Or my Coco Ghana, a dear plan of a Panayama Ghana. I hear one, Papana Ghana, the Edmund Tabakisa. Now, that's right, Papa. There's Anna Tedia. I don't know how much about I know for the bag. That's right, get your what these countries by that tree. What people say that they na kwanya bibia me u say kana okodi na chumpa for na Ghana Ghana nya dia ye nyina ye bedi ya wana ye bedi bibi o emu eti aba say papa no don't go fia for e kana na Ghana nyina opia ma no ho say papa no mo obosia eti one bank boss so aba kana no so ye bedi kinya na ye ba say papa no wo say sika so kom dia o mi ehu sika na kom na eti am so ya bo enzu ka bi say MZW once now could be that meeting second at the airport. Or what the term of I'm actually weird. That I'm sitting up on no way, no, no, that
unse Edina Kennedy boy no obo Edimba akose ansuji abo. Na sa brother ya onu ye video by aye news no. Or Accra, or also he's in Accra. And a Canadian so answer Jabo no or say oh Kumas inti we no ye different person but don't say Emza manfo nim ne kakrenti e ba sa no obi ko peke ne picture the story say we ni nipa Canadian Japan bo ni din no ena ema ababo nten a ono so beka say enye ono anwansana kura unkum bida inti we don't know the ansu because I say obi abodi say kwajopoku for doso Ghana but even say obi bodi kwajopoku a de yamfa say de obi nim na oye popular no ono ne kwajopoku a people de o madwene be kono so that was the situation with this Ansuji Abo guy inti the understanding is Ansuji Abo na Canada Japan bo ni din no enye sa Ansuji Abo ni but amount for obi kofa sa Ansuji Abo we ni picture and o dey story say ono na Canada Japan ebo ni din
opo te tan na ti ade ya ti nem Ansuji Abo na wo kanu ene ti awon de obeka to video or pictures or one opo ke eya no kwento woni mo bi se ye fe na Ansuji Abo o ne kun ye nuana opo onu so mfa ni video ana mfa ni picture na mra na ye nhweke ni pa na ye ntutu na no na se sa na ti ade na ja na mra no ene na ti se de se na fata na sa kam san na ekoda na te de be ya udi se ma opo e ba Ghana bebrebe na to be ka opo mo ni nyame nya duma
yeda CP yeda sikojopoku mahala sami to asumame
Dama ba masum den na mi de de mi koso mamu mo na adwuma pa mo ye me bo ma mi tun so aba so popo pa opo na mi ensham MZ opo nana alodan kwa akufo do e Ghana president obi dia de no o se Ghana for bobi o se Ghana beyond 8
I'm saying during his inauguration, he said something like this: said Ghana will go beyond 8 because we should be capable of. I mean, Yankasi and Yankasi genetics cafe, Yamamu, Nema Paya, or the Padian, Mayan, Opponents, Kufa, the Mighty, as I say, Ghana Tificasso, and so a come the Yang. Nansu and they ran a World Bank, Nan Kasan Kazapini, Upo, Eddie, a Futu Brain, say a Kufa should stop the excessive borrowing. I'm there, unprecedented. Yes, I'm penny for. We can say during the 2015, the Kufa campaign, or Jamahama Bob Bissia, and dear Bob Bissia, and Madame the Kufa the Banopo, Adena Traso. Also, for the organ and a can of the Abruso. He said, dear, I'm there, it is becoming unbecoming. For World Bank and Ankasa Omobos to come and tell the president of Ghana, says you stop the excessive borrowing, no Nikofia Moya, dear opponent, Ghana beyond 8 in again. The boss of Nankasa said, and say, when to me, and to Nama, and into Nama Ghana, yes, she. This are not Dawson, taxes not Dawson, yet I use Ghana for in Ghana moving. Oh, I'm a Yama and Korean, a future Yama Kufadono. This one, their course to come, nothing over 3 years ahead of him. So, Benny Ghana. So, Betty, a future Yamani, no one was and you may work Ghana, or non-Casabua, a genetica or money, a tax that I saw the year Ghana for, not what one money has said, and a month for would do almost no say a ball. So, the Magana, I can't share again, they will look near ya. Oh, no. Intermediate, a future Diamano. So, but some now why dear and that one. Now, Ghana for because it's Ghana for majority of us, sorry, we are very, very much disappointed in this government. But yes, today is history by say, what if we will Ghana like South Korea? Sorry, number 3. So, go for the thing, Obama Ghana, yet to say, South Korea. Papa we can say in 100 days, no. Obey Ghana, then they Accra, Betria, yet and say, opponent claim, who do the friend of Dansuma, sorry, down a whole bone thing that they are. And can a bone, Kumasi bone, and he said, Okaso and can I try Nejma. Nebo said the Roshan, apart from that, 3 years, I know, yesterday who's with Royal, for the Yaman, no, and ye, and Yana Yami, yes, say, Yamu be no mobile, not almost the night partisan, yeah, we should call a spade. I dear higher Ghana from say, Sadiani Sina NBC near any partisan, near Pessia, the say NGP is only a bed, the partisan, near Pessia, but the other can say, whether or NBC or NTP or you can and say, you will be near the NBC in Nanya, and it's a NTP, say the NTP in Nanya, and it's a NBC, and it is a big partisan, some of Ronas will be a bonnet, will be a form, and no big this can be not a Abana, Yanach or Becatasumu, so will be the bonnet, say. National security, you could yes, I uniform the Nako said before.
Oh no, my ancient Bata won't come obia, a mobobi, Baumukumobia.
Huh, Opomo, because Nippon or you'll be the show. So, adding Oyare, our Enroya Matisse, yes, it's Techima Quasos and in Soja Nibin, so and Kofobi, Salmon Kofobi, Aquatina Brunama. So almost you can come and look at this thing. And it is so the need not a maximum for bono, not a police maximum for also police, not police for also. A back a crowd, a better some way security, some a better some more. And it is so the need to be able to also police need already also to be bono. I found Woody. So that is what is going to happen. So you share ye, I'm a Ghana security, and you share yan Sanwa, the security for the Kobubi. That's what this people do so that so the new wedding for the norms of Bunukuna. Where are we heading towards? Yes, I already be a partisan. Obia could be born in a say they did the best cable, you better not punishing now or after the dinner, as she be a film. Yeah, they are partisans, near Peggy didn't know. Yeah, that's it. No, could the best punishing years have not quickly transfer. And when you are a man, you are support almost find this no man, but they are petty edition, almost diverted Ghana destiny. Yeah, minimum yet, my Bema.
Raman, Abom design.
Opponent champion commander of Airways, Commander 1.
Yeah, that's it.
Opposite, where there?
I rather don't patch on me where Paraman.
But Nanko Paz is where Miss Makuma Tony, I'm not a chairman, and I'm a can one. Uno Muba Jimanyanko so and come on one day. Now, Chia NDC Chamai, our US war, the Chobi Bia, now NTP Chama so on the charges in Ghana for. Opo, and the Seminia now the Katana, Katama Maniaji, medical check Joseph Yamin. I'm so team program no pa all right, the channel pa. Opo, and say, and now my Ghana, maybe dear. To boa me de bo yama pin na do dan kwaku fado wana me de subo no bono tan se opo na do promise obe promising Ghana na wa fail totally me did say Ghana for there almost so mun yes mistake ni biom and na utika mu utitro mu na form Ghana for some mu kan na say omun yes mistake ni biom out Ghana ha so no ma on mine of about 78-old man, so member dear to Ghana, almost another last. Step on the top of my cocradie, never been happy or Ghana view. That's a cocrano about the Siliomo, a cocrano, ama or minor cocotomina, don't come, and then another don't quack for a dozen or country Ghana for. Don't me can be proper to Ghana for. Oh, buy 4 years, one for Busia, 169 billion Ghana city. Now the other now the 1 village 1 dam 0, 1 constituency $1 million 0, Zongo development fund 0, 1 warehouse. Here they will be out now. Some normal up to now. Usu be see 88 hospital 0. Usu be see 350 secondary schools up to now. They seen that young who here. Nti sati kana ukwotia pusiana ukwotia mande ayana fukwa so omuma ya wone se sikana amojemze se mu busiano ya doso se ukwoti busia kwa na obetumi da ya jama timanfo nkwa ato a opo enye se ukwoti busia afuna be fi me yengu da odi aye ende busia ke Ghana economy se hasipa ekoso nde ende timanfo so musu and that's went one back or 23 cities at the 20 Bennett for Ghana for a year. And then Ghana for insecurity at Equatominia and young Kofona and another Danko Akufado, Ecofanco for me, Serbia, Kofanco for me, South Africa there. Omumba Treno almost at the top 40s now. Ya Treno man, the winner and the two Kutoma, Munama, Madam Arobesa, and the Omupubo Bomo photo. Utu damu kwa na uyemtiso and the usiriana uko kumase kwa uko kizai kumase kwa na upona uyemtiso uko kwa na uko kamele kwa na uyemtiso and the usira kuku kwa na utika mkwano upo uyemtiso kwa pimisa ubefiri kumaka abefie utu damu kwa uyemtiso yeti nyamu yeti come and clear not the Arab to 20 so on my opinion. Okay. Insecurity of media from the Gary to Bobo, Munkatan Magana team of 4, Munkatan Aban who said, a dear or Yenina, and yet, dear than I told Aman the Ghana or Peer Institute team of 4 years, insecurity so I possible. Opo, dear, the same throw my new man as a thing.
Ramani Adase. Resume Dasi, a time Nasunti, Odo call 9 Diamami very nicely. It's exactly 4 minutes to the top of the hour. 2 p.m. Maminka message we amankwa mi wi baso Christopher Mankwa Mansuni Abranti awa 2 galam says I will say Nanado Becho, who amankwa, who esen Nanado Becho. Ewa Worcester ha oba mechro ne kwan. Manso baby agalamse no yina wa mankwa. Scott Safu says, good morning fellows. Ghana over the years have borrowed so much that they don't learn about other alternatives to sustain fiscal policies. Every government borrowed to pay off interest on the incurred loans to avoid defaulting on these incurred loans from previous years. They are scared to resort to taxes. They are scared to fight corruption as ports at the ports that can generate more revenue. They are scared to reduce salaries and scrap all these high-cost incentives to ministers and those in public service. They want to satisfy their voters to get more votes from monies that are not there. Like Manucho said, if we Ghanaians don't hold these politicians to call, we are dead, and I might have to retire here and unfortunately stopped building my house at Tikrum. Hey, Scott Safo, Tikrum. Na say the micro amount for twem we share nyina erade. Enti Scott what down Tikrum. Maza, and there's over introduce. Is say me microphone kwa na we area ha. Very sad country. I don't believe in juju, but it's Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo being under juju? Question mark Obisa. Scott Safo. Scott. Me point show ya so from near kasa minim say unsu fi Tikrom Max Billion ba for Canada so onu so Tikrom no free and na unsu so ajapade o Tikrom mu nyina mo abebe hye mase me gigi mu dwan rough amankwa Christopher me chawo na awie ba me sra amankwa mamanso fo nya nsu papa nom amankwa mamanso fo nya nsu papa nom ne ja galamse na amankwa wo ye no Kofiaje me chawo no yire ohukani mame sewa special good afternoon to you muni amankwa nam amankwa kofi muni ne nam na otemu ka ni mu no mu husa o ye krem amankwa ye krem me si me wie ya me ni national security officer ba ko kasa anu a me do number be ma no I'll give him your number because who amankwa so mu America cry so mu ba na o ka kra o tim cry so mbe se ne ka ho because o ka ni nyina ka ho bi e na o say mansunsu Christopher Amankwa uti America ha wo amankwa na wadi am de be Unity Radio no ubenu ho wo manucho I say ekwachi amankwa so for aso me for aso manso okan me si me wo Ghana no me kokrom ho amankwa krom me ba na me white shirt me Roy
very on Third Road me
makoda so ni mo makoda e ho na tianso ye koko ati se kane no na ntwuma mo de ntwuma firi na bakuma se beton koko
more gold
yeah na amankwa wo ye galamse wo Christopher Amankwa na wo de wo amankwa
awo wo no kra tu no no fi on mo ntu bi meje me fo ano se so ntu
o fa nzo ntu
gold
nye wo kra ya na o se yensuo se ya wo blast amanfo chesa amankwa de onim ntu onye
exactly na say nipa ndie one outside psychology nipa nya obetu I said drug addiction no
mara na say mo say go encouraging so nyai
mpese onyiska Ghana de no
nti afa de on sensuo no
they are very so kill a cat
nti afa de on sensuo no
on say be che nso de yemfa ye no yemfa wo no se kroma nya nke be galamse mbrani ti ne yenye mbrana na nka nya be nya galamse be
wo amankwa abetena krum ha enum super na wo ye galamse wo manso wo amankwa Christopher Amankwa do
SM question no ye wo fe pa
on say Prince Abbas is ya
Prince aba
amankwa Prince say what the number ma
BN Ivon
no Nasara youth friends
coordinator Abdulaziz
also do number ma no wo amankwa wonya hu se wo ye mu nyina mu kan bi na nanado se oda wo na ene law school oko Ghana law school for no ko bia no ho no ko ka se wonti ase se me show excavators akokoto no ka we nyina nkanka no speech ho amankwa galamse a wo ye nti mama nanado se oda kro na galamse fight mama ne ho kire no wo Christopher Amankwa ati wusta ye galamse wo wu kura nka wo na de me nua ba fio na ntina na me de mani ato so me nua ba fio na nti eja my o sister fefe ntia na me de mani ato ba galamse ne de wo Amankwa wasomba ye shepa so wanya galamse ne Kofi Agye tunufo ti sa me fresh of Jamra ka chense wadamfo ne Amankwa o ye galamse wo nka nche no okay Manu
Exactly abano tama
kacha Amankwa se wo frame me phone so onya galamse ni ye
Amankwa ja galamse ni ye men for back do bia na mfa nye we bia galamse na jaye na Ghana so ntene nye binom
kacha no
me the radio said make catch ba me share da make say ye but jaye galamse ni ye
mansofo nya nsuo no
mansofo pa manson kwanta da me for say na aho kire pa nko bukrukra gallon ja kwan ko penso ano
adai
sa what wo ye galamse
excavator uskabi abenya bia na so akono mu fanse Ghana nsu na de onum super power ha Christopher Amankwa
ya body ru said won't say dogo bi no abe ye ka na so ye ka na
say no na me ne kan boko ba won't say me de be koso for asante ho so onum ni sofo Church of God sofo no me de ko akoto nanim
say Amankwa jai galamse no
why ye galamse ama for trim o say Amankwa tri hu nyina esuju no
ya tunya
because was say ye started say share excavators na yem started say share no so Kofi Agye wa tunufu sa wontie so onim Kofi Agye ma me say wa wase wa kan
so
onyai why addicted
ye be shin excavator o de mama ni nyai
what to galamse ama ukrumfo okra nyansuo no o sorry abetena na wo Ghana kra say wo do reporter say me kohwehwe manso DC ene MMDC no say o mo chairman kwa airport kami bia ada obesi Ghana bia say e airport wo amankwa wo ukra nke wo do okay abusafo ye de musi ya nyame adma ye ne mu be hia o china no Paul Dilali di so say Ghana beyond aid is now Ghana broke part pie sika no so ne nyame adma o china san mu be hia ba like I said mun hia no so na yen kai say osofo a ye frɛ no say eye Apostle General Sam Kranche Ankra Eba Worcester July 22nd to July 25th nti Worcester fo nyina mo nhya no so koso Royal House Chapel Massachusetts ehona dwumadi ne koso a big event we ye so ye kasofo a ne ye kan asofo a we ye sofo enya asofo bia ne sofo sesei ye wa asofo papa ho ene ye wa asofo fake meboa because ade bia won original yes a DNG Dolce and Gabbana kramanfo ye gum ye won fake ye wa bozigi with the original pa Apostle General Sam Kranchankra of Royal House Chapel nyame ya adma 22nd said ye kanonti per date ne hia nyame enim defo bi si amodin nyame asamba they bring the wisdom of God
exactly
so
they tell the mind of God to us
they tell so the mind of God is the wisdom of God so on the channel it's Ibra 22nd July no say menu abema Kofi Agyei say also oko retreat kakre no abe no aba so oba oni ma mesewa beji nyame enim nimde me ya na like teachings than prophecy now when na washi when come sheben Paul kache Timothy bate futu akenkan nkyerɛkyerɛ se ekosi se meba mo sɔre am mpa nkyerɛkyerɛ ene ubama so be fake prophecies no prophets na aba no mbema fake prophecies so enu bi ne manu chonim se enu bi no mo de ma amankwa a odi koye galam se sofu bi osi sofu bi ko sofu bi hu na no se amankwa me hwe mo maso na epa na wo sa amankwa ni tiri hopa epa des manu chode mi hu de me fanyo de pass wo hu se ni tiri hopa eze ni nwi no first na wa no ha ye solid fm no na ne nwi no wa no ha ene konfinfi se wo covid no ba kra de ba bia kodru edru ni tiri finfin na nim ho no hu abeka se na mo maso ye bobo ho nti wose sofo no ka chen se ni tiri ho bepa na obe galam sei nti no ye no okay we said we see ani akofa peace news no dey abrem all work and no play make jacket double nyame admo china no pa san no mu be hia ba mayen kai we say oye oba nso na wutie de a say de nyame ayadom Dr. Kwame Amponsa ba o say oba o female reproductive system na obeboa maka che say oye Ghana doctor na oye adwuma Konfanochi a wa ye adwuma mfie du over Konfanochi senior doctor abakroma 2005 abesua de anya na residency ene Worcester for ma nyina otumi your primary health care physician eno da nchen so a oba a wonyim our license ukroma obetimi ahwewa upa wu a osebra reproductive system me pa childbirth menstruation one more menstruation more problem pregnancy fertility issues sexually transmitted infections and hormone diseases any fibroid any the sickness I don't like even mention on radio cancer but unfortunately ni nyina ba he said the nyame ayadom wa ma ye Ghana ni so doctor onimde a gynecologist intibra na ebehwehwe na kira kwan owo 10 Winthrop Street o tries the for so dan na baby a Vernon Street ne Winthrop no emu pai no so ho na obehu se Vernon Medical Center ho no sa building na hospital kese ne si ho no ho no owo third floor suite 312 kono hu no na omwa ema ne nyina wuti aka kira oyire etoda people go to hospital expression brofo no so do betumi di aka a kire se de o feel won yam ebi asabi nunufum ene ade no brofo no ntumi ma yeba we de nyame ayadom wama yensu ye de da bia meka mesi we de yensu ye de nie ntiko na ko hu doc na omwa na onsisiu na onye primary physician onyem Ghana ni ba ni nyina no oye ho adwuma obesisiu kama na bibia konkan yare mo ko peace 1043 na yakofa major news bulletin no de abremo na after that ena yukwada kai se enumere True to Heaven Ministries International Worcester branch edi nyankopon asem 6:30 to 8:30 enkyerɛkyerɛ Bible enkyerɛkyerɛ all your questions gather them write them down call into the show they'll be answered for you upon national media many manucho and the jumedi Abraham yakramo ochana yebesan ehia rade de chen.
Look here my friend, our problem